Microsoft Developer Direct thingy on Thursday, and the ESO update stuff. That's gonna be 9 p.m. CET and 10 p.m. CET. So pulse mod time usually. I mean, here it's also gonna be 12, the midnight, but whatever. Just need to figure out how to approach it better. Alright, let's go. Well, let's see what is up on Steam real quick and get to them news, which is still kind of not that much going on after all the holidays, but at least still better than it was before. Then the Capitalism and Economy Fest, then son, the Corpa Fest, insane. Then my wishlist, the Guild 3 as the only one even that's shown here, damn son. It's actually good reviews now. One day, right? Nope. Still the same. It's released in June 22, and it was until then also in early access for a long time. I wonder if like released means they kind of just done with it. I feel like it actually is probably because there's no like updates or anything displayed anymore. So I guess they decided to just kinda said whatever, let's move on. Not working on it anymore. No, Guild is nice. I streamed Guild even already a couple years ago. It was good. That was very nice. Nice, Nick, nice. That's good. The quality breakfast now then. 50% discounts. Yeah, I'm following this one for a while. My wishlist already forever. Forever. And on sale. No, he's pumping. City Skylines, one higher than 2 even. What a twist. What a twist. I still mixed. And not on sale even, but still in the festival though. The usual. Civic, I see. Sounds decent enough. 4 season passes for Anno? Yeah, bro, if you want all the stuff, probably, yeah. How many are there? I hate it, it doesn't work the new window thing. Yeah, season pass 1, 2, 3, 4. Is there 5? Ah, no 5 yet. I don't remember on which one I did stop. Last one I played was... was it Holiday Pack, actually? No, probably not. No, I mean, they're not sorted like the right way, seems like. I played some like touristic stuff there. Tourist season, yeah, this one. It was the last one, 25th of May 2021. August, April 22, September 22. December 22. And I guess after that they stopped already. August 23. Oh, okay, they didn't stop. But these are kind of like the mini one, the small one. Cosmetic bundle. True, so true. You know, that's the typical kind of paradox stuff though. It's a good game actually. It's actually really good. And I mean, to be honest, even without all those DLCs and stuff, it wasn't bad either. Like, there was already a shitload of stuff to do. It's just one of those when it already, you know, you can play it so much, then getting some new stuff is actually pretty good. But if you're just gonna go from the street right into it, you're still probably gonna have a shitload to do. Still probably gonna be plenty. Definitive Anniversary. Wonder what this one is. Definitive Anniversary. Bonus count. Oh, it's all season passes and stuff. Alright. And even cosmetic packs. Damn, Poge. So basically for 42 bucks, you actually kind of get everything. I mean, that's better than Paradox. Tell you that. Tell you that. I would say something like that for like 20. That probably would be nice though. But yeah, it seems like this one actually has a whole bunch. Oh, even our cosmetic packs, including released in 23 and in 24. So I guess the big DLC is already not gonna be released in 24. Only cosmetic stuff. But I mean, yeah, that seems like a good offer though. I'll get that on like over 50% if possible. Or on Epic with their Giga coupon or something. If you can get it like for like 30. That would be alrighty. That would be alrighty. Well, you'll get it below 30 actually even. Well, actually also that's my regional price, by the way, right now here. So you might have it worse. You might have it worse there. Quasi-Morph on that 20%. Damn, Cocoon also for 9 bucks. Well, I mean, it's obviously probably more for you. $60 and get confused all the time. It's still regional dollars, though. It's the same regional dollars. Let's see, alright. With no discount, it's 130. So, right now it's like, what, 70 or something still? 60, 70? Then, yeah, that's a bit too much. Now, that's too much, man. 78. Okay, yeah. I take everything I said back. That's too much, dude. That is too much. Even with all the DLCs and everything. Unless you're like really into that kind of games, then you get a lot of content for that money. But yeah, not sure. Yeah, Cocoon is really good. That's like award-winning, award-farming even game in a way, I would say. Very nice. Damn, Survivalist. I've been playing demo this one long ago. Got into mostly positive. It was mixed in the release. I don't remember actually why though. Hubodidze. Mostly positivo. The Mafia Trilogy, 67% discount, not bad. Not bad. A legendary hoplite Arachnistrael. That's some interesting stuff. And given why shit doesn't work properly. Combination of tower defense and action RPG. Oh, you get all the hopeless there. I see. Upgrade the army, get the best gear, craft unique strategies across 10 levels. Face Arachne and seamlessly transfer progress to the main game. That's really cool. That's a cool little thing with some demos, I have to say, actually. Well done. Write it down. Seen that before too. If you manage to get like the progress to transfer to the main game, that does, especially in like kind of grindy, repetitive roguelike games and stuff, that actually is good. So you can actually like pause the progress from the demo, especially if a lot of people played the demo, right? Like it's pretty good positive there for sure. I would say it's extra motivation for you to get it. Like you already did grind a bunch in the demo, and it goes through the main game. Why not? Let's see. Well, it's more when it's like, you know, the actual sort of final. Like the next fest. Like past the next fest, I assume you already kind of like changing things too much. Doesn't sound like it's gonna be that great. Maybe some sort of like, I don't know, save or something, progression. Maybe like some sort of import-export thing you could do. So like some sort of like demo save file or something that you can through the like tool automatically like, you know, convert into the full game. And that tool already will know about some of your changes. It's like some modifiers, for example, for like gold, if it was farming too much, for example, in the demo, or too low. Let's see, Steve, I see. For a demo post-release. Yeah, that's an option too. But yeah, that's true. That's a valid concern. Depending on how like the save system is done, that also would be kind of like interesting to keep in mind. Like what kind of information to keep in the save file and everything, and how to do it. Yeah, it is really smart, I think. Because like whenever you do have that, you just like, you know, get the full game and boom, your stuff is there. It's like, oh damn, that feels good. And I feel it also kind of like if you enjoyed the demo and you played a lot of demo, and then you kind of just realize, you know, like if it's the roguelikes, for example, right, when the demos are massive, like obviously when it's like some little game, when you have like, you know, an hour of gameplay, single player, right, and then it's over. It's kind of not too bad. It's you just replay it again, whatever. But yeah, when it's like some sort of like roguelike and people can farm the demo already for hours, kinda, and then there's just like the feeling that you will need to do it all again from the beginning when you buy it. That might be kind of not very nice. Not very selling you on that. But yeah, this looks good. This actually looks really nice. Momodori is out, very positive. Weebs be Kumin. The usual. The usual. The kitties you can pet. See how it is. Recommend this to existing Momodori fans that are interested in the lore, but only on sale. Damn, son. It's the most sane weeb there. A wonderful game, peak Momodori. Snake titties plus giant fairy titties equals 2 thumbs up. There it is. Told you. Told you. The Momodori in general is always nice. Yeah, snake titties and reviews too. Momodori is always nice. The snake one? I guess. Yeah, there's some in the... No, that's not the snake, I think. I guess even more titties then. You didn't count them all right. It was more in the trailer, I remember. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, so that's the third. That's the third pair there. Well, yeah, Momodori is actually decent. Yeah, always was. Previous games too. Roguelike deck builder with a train. Frost train. Lost train conductor roaming the post-apocalyptic frozen world. Expand, strengthen, build synergies on your train. Promised land beyond the toxic zone awaits you and your passengers. You build some giga trains. Interesting. This conductor looks like too dank with this head and everything. That kind of looks like this train, you know, goes with a one-way ticket. Some concentration camp or something. Dude looks way too dank there. Eben, open, back. Kinda, Steve, kinda. Well, there are passages between the cards usually. Keep buffering constantly. I don't think I dropped any more though. I did drop 0.3%. I didn't even notice when exactly. Probably was like there was once only people said there was some lag. That's when I noticed. But since then I dropped a little more. But the 0.3 and I don't think it's going up. So into there. That's just Twitch. I see. All right. But yeah, I did actually drop some frames, so could be... Well, could be on their end. It's just like my frames couldn't really get there or something. I don't know. Time for some new insane updates, probably. Expect some giga features, man. The idle gaming. 25% of employees they fired are running the servers. True. Yeah, I did like after raiding LA, I think I also had like some buffering for a while. Let's see what I say. True, that's convenient. Pesticide are not required, damn. Prologue, eh? It's a dang frog there. Oh, you do play like as a frog, yeah? We already have frog for that. How is frog doing? I'll get to play frog, actually. I'm on my way. No, frog-like. Yeah, frog is a different one. Frog-like is going alrighty. 32% positive. Yeah, someone got more frog-likes there. There's even frog now. Not just frog-like. But I mean, it's going. It's going. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. I have it on my little kit. Spell Collectivate actually sent me some. But yeah, right now I'm boomering. Right now it's boomer time. Maybe on next Friday or something. Nice, Steve. Nice. See, a lot of frog liking. It's a prologue too. Esport Godfather Origin. That's another prologue, you can already tell. Deck building game simulating a MOBA esports. Damn son, what a combination there. Their role as a team coach and build your team, need to train players and make strategies in various game versions, beat other teams and finally take the champion of the world. Beat nobody or lead your... who? Insane. So this like kind of like Minecraft-ish blogs there. I don't think that actually, I guess, can be a little bit part of the game too. And then the prologue is farming then. Prologue is farming. Penguin Kingdom, I think we saw last time, right? Like the Timberborn, but with penguins, I guess. Seems alrighty. Another prologue too. So like this week we basically have like prologue. Wait, this is actually also free. I just noticed. Is it prologue? No, it's just full game free. Seems like, huh? Didn't even pay attention. I was like, what? It is free actually, huh? Alright. Great free game. Alright. Ah, said I did not know this was just a demo. Ah. There we go. That's the catch. Demo took me 2 hours to beat. Like, how will you call the main game though, brother? It should already be Steam page probably there somewhere. Or maybe they just in general decided to kind of gauge the interest. Like, boom, here's the demo. If you like it, we're gonna just work on the next one. Yeah, devs also didn't know it's just a demo, I guess. It doesn't say anything anywhere, really, but I guess the little game demo. Huge promise. Despair. Interesting. 4060 recommended, wait, really? True here, 4060 recommended. 1050 Ti minimal, dude. See these graphics? You can't run it. So this is also them. Alright, so like out of all of this, we have only 2 actually premium games. And out of the free games, we have only 2, like 1 mod and 1 MMO shit, probably, I assume. Or kind of like some mobile stuff, pretty much. Summoner War, I think so, right? In-app purchase and online PvP, yeah. So like 2, no, 1 MMO, 2 actual premium games, and 1 mod. Everything else is just prologues. And the prologue fiesta, man. Well, I mean, Resident Sleeper, but shit works, you know, that's why they're doing it. I mean, it's just different way to call it a demo. Just in a way also that you can farm. Because demo doesn't let you farm. Demo is just demo. Prologue, you can actually farm. For sure, Kagik, absolutely. Great way to clog new releases list. That is true. That is also true, I do agree. But that's the problem with many like free-to-play games, I feel. Like, they need to start separating them already. In my opinion. Flow of War. Someone I think recommended this to me. I didn't hear about it. Maybe we even checked it before. The indirect control RTS. Perform their tasks in your army fighting automatically. Free up your hands to focus on building a strategic defense base and crafting army combos with mighty heroes to destroy enemies in endless procedure generated maps. Yeah, that does kind of sound like it a bit. It's kind of funny, but I do feel like Majesty even like looks better. And that's an old game. I mean, it looks alright though. But yeah, I feel Majesty actually might be even looking a bit better there. The older one. But yeah, that's the genre that like that kinda could use some more love for sure. I'm surprised, especially considering all the love recently for all the auto battlers. Like the what was the name? Like the auto chess likes and everything. Like some indirect control sort of auto playing stuff could be cool. Could be very successful. What I kind of also did in Majesty though is like the units looked really cool. Like all units had their own like nice features and stuff. They were very unique. Here is just kind of like a little bit more of like your usual kind of like Age of Empires-ish stuff. Just the dudes in like some armor of different color. Just fighting it out the usual medieval way. Might be nice though, might be nice. Majesty had some cool stuff there going on. Yeah, it still looks good and like it's like a lot of cool ideas there. Also had insane paradox money, I see. Like you have like the units that are quite unique. And the unique units also have like their own features there and stuff. Like the gambling shit, for example, you could build like for elves or something, right? And those were some interesting cool ideas there. Steam Deck and top sellers, Spoog. Time Survivors. I think we saw this one before. Was this the one with like different... Yeah, the Nikola Tesla and everyone. Yeah, Lincoln, Tesla, Cleopatra. And other historic heroes. Insane, dude. What a time to be alive, huh? I'm holding the Bunaga even. Then didn't know he could do it. Didn't know he could do it. Assiste vai ser. The Peak Gaming, man. Fancy Pants Adventures. Classic Flash game series. Ah, I see. Compiled as the Ultimate Fancy Pants fan collection. I think these guys... Wasn't these guys already like farming all this stuff? There was some publishers who already like farming. Like just remakes of different Flash games. Just find like original creator or something. Like, yo guys, you dude, how about we remake your game now? And then you farm. And then you farm. Kingsvane. Explore and reclaim the infested castle city of Kingsvane. Ride into its depths on your trusty wyvern. Lead your customizable party of knights in the mystics in deep tactical combat. Damn son. Sounds epic. Sounds very pooga. I mean, looks nice. Not exactly something I'm feeling currently though. But overall, might be kinda nice. 16th of January. Soon. And the home safety hotline. Well, this was like already for a while. I think we saw it before. It's 16th of January. I think we saw it before. Now it's just kind of already almost out though. I remember this one. All manner of pests and household hazards. Timed? You mean this one? Oh yeah, on the show. True. Yeah, not sure about this one. Timed or not, but yeah, this one is dank. Yeah, but yeah, it was the... Wasn't it actually even, was the name? The Day of the Devs or something? I remember now, yeah. Still like quite a lot about it actually. There's some ding stuff. A strict limit to help each person. Well, you check in for the job and everything for your work, so it could be actually. It could be. Have some sort of work day and you need to do stuff. So might have some time limits there. Contain. Tactical co-op FPS game. Form your squad of 4 players, fight against the anomalies. Damn son. Try to contain them when the line between ordinary and extraordinary is blurred. Another one of these. But I don't know, at this point I see like these kind of guns and stuff. Like this kind of gameplay and shit. And it just kind of, you know, like turns on some sort of like banner blindness for me or something. It's kind of like, oh, it's just like another one. Like brain automatically filters it already. Like you see all those dudes in like the tactical gear and stuff, all the same kind of weapons, and it's just like it just doesn't exist anymore for my brain, sorta. More anomalies and stuff though. No, I rather play Pacific Drive, dude. That shit with anomalies is nice. That game is nice. Sorta Steve, sorta. They just don't really get my interest. I guess like in my kind of like childhood and stuff, I played so much of that shit that I just had enough probably for a while. Some are cool though. Maybe this one is also cool. But yeah, just from the looks alone, already kind of like the brain skips it automatically. The minions we saw. The Lost Flame we saw. The Art of Battler. Samurai Duel. That's some prologue. Or is it the full one already? First cut Samurai Duel. Shared split screen PvP actually even. Interesting. It's kind of like the fighting game with samurais. Yeah, that's alright. All quiet in the trenches. That's another like kind of like simulator-ish thingies. About like the First World War, or second one. First one, alright. Turn-based strategy RPG. Set in World War One. To know your soldiers, take care of their needs, lead them in battle. Strike a precarious balance between the ambitions of your superiors and the survival of your men. Early access though, huh? There was like pretty solid. There was like the War Hospital Simulator thingy, right? There was like a lot of these coming. Maybe there was like one with like some radio you also controlled or some stuff. War Hospital wasn't received that well, alright. Theme going on for a while. Lone Star. Strategic roguelike spaceship deck builder. Bounty Hunter. You will capture criminals scattered across the universe. Shockwave battle to gain rewards and vacations. Oh, feels good, man. Find treasures, customize spaceships, unlock talents, defeat the felons, and be a legend. I'd kind of like take Cobalt Core, to be honest. But I mean, might be good. Might be good. So they're actually also building stuff here. The Zoomer trailer, yeah, they do go ham there for sure. The blinky stuff, like there's like, you know, this like this flash once in a while. Yeah, do you go on purpose, like, you know, and like on some sort of like flash effect there? Yeah, like this stuff happening. Damn, son. Every transition with the flash, dude. Let's go. Yeah, that indeed is quite the trailer. You get some lessons. Gotta get some lessons there. That's how you do them. How to make deck builder trailer, you know, exciting, I guess, or something. There we go. Twitch fully bricked GIF emotes logging. Damn, son. Well, the channel GIF emotes or the 7TV, because that's then it's third-party things. Logging, not the Twitch itself. And that doesn't have anything to do with Twitch if it's 7TV. There was like 400 or 300 more frames actually dropped. Still 0.3%. Hey, Zebra. I did drop some. A little bit. A little bit. Alright, let's see. Any hidden gems. Yeah, my exploration queue still on this laptop and stuff. Learning. Or not on this laptop, but after changing the region of the account. So now we're gonna be watching these beautiful Madden. Skip. Football Manager. Skip. Ghost Recon. Skip. Riders Republic, that's a skip too. Street Fighter outfit. Or, no, it's actual Street Fighter, right? Well, that's also skip though. Mortal Sin that we saw before, that looks nice. Okay, that's something you can show me, fine. Call of Duty Vanguard as a Giga skip. Disney Dreamlight Valley skip. Wars we saw. Kind of skip too, but Beams at least. New World DLC are somewhat relevant, but with this price, that's a skip. Dude, 30 fucking bucks for the DLC. Man, he just adds fucking mount. Like one dungeon or something, bro. Like, why? Plague Raven, if I'll get lucky, get hooked up with it, absolutely. Absolutely, I'm finishing Heretic sorta slowly. And next week I'm gonna finish it, and then yeah, I could hop on Graven. 38 euro for you, just for the mount, dude. Basically, especially if you are not, you know, like super end-game content enjoyer with like some group of people. It's also 29 for you, okay. With a lot of people, like don't have a clan or something to go like do some dungeons and shit. Then you basically get on the mount. Oh yeah, another weapon. True, a mount and a weapon. Yeah, get mount. New progression. Wait, so without DLC you can't even go to 65? And you can't increase your gear score either. So basically if you don't get this DLC, you kinda like scuffed. Pretty much. Yeah, MMOs quite often don't have regional pricing because MMOs are kinda like easier to go from another region. To play from another region, I guess. Trade skills to level 250 with new items together, new gear rarity, which again probably is just for the highest level dudes. New weapon. Yeah, that's like the zone. That's the first one of the early areas. First slide, they just transformed that. You don't have the game without DLC, I see. The ESO is also good with that. Like I like playing the ESO right now. I would say like if you just kind of want to play on your free time, don't want to try hard and go some clans and stuff. You know, with the schedule of raids and stuff, just play ESO. Yeah, like full voice acting, good story, you know, dialogues with the decision making and everything, a shitload of content and stuff, and yeah, like don't need anything almost. The main game already has some. If you get on some discount, you just get, what's the name? Like we got deluxe edition pretty much for like 8 bucks on Epic, 9 bucks I think, with friends, and you have like everything. Things you don't have is like some DLC adventures separately, but you don't really need them at least. You can get them if you want, but don't need them. And you buy them also, I noticed a lot of people kind of like buying that premium currency with in-game currency. So I guess they got sort of like World of Warcraft token thingy, somewhat. So you pretty much can just like farm in-game and then buy all those DLCs if you want. I might later, we'll see. There's like that, I think the Thief Guild is like one of those paid DLCs thingies. Their quest line. And their like skill line, which doesn't really affect too much, but still could be kind of cool. That I also like. You can just like go around stealing stuff in game and everything in MMO. Pretty cool, pretty cool. See, it's like affordable and yeah, there's so much to do. And it plays nice. I still think New World is better though. Like gameplay wise, New World is like top tier. Like outside, like out of those that don't follow your typical, you know, tab targeting, mash your face on the keyboard types of games, New World is still the best. And then ESO probably second. And then there's pretty much nothing else really on the market, I guess, out of big ones. Out of big ones, at least. Blatant when it comes to monetization. Well, the thing is, like, it's an MMO, right? With MMOs, quite often, that's kind of how it is. Like, it's buy to play. At least it's like, it's buy to play. Like, original game, you just buy for like, well, I mean, there's no sale right now, right? So probably like the full edition now. Yeah, 40 bucks without sale. So you just buy to play the full game. And it's already kind of solid. And you don't have subscription. Microtransactions do exist there, but it's like purely skins. And I think most of the skins are kind of like why? Like, you don't even see that shit. Kinda felt like microtransactions won't be super popular, even though maybe they kind of slowly, you know, trying to push them a little, but they still at least not affecting gameplay mostly. And then, yeah, then they decided to roll out the fucking DLC. I mean, it's not exactly, it's kind of expansion, I guess you could say. But the thing is that from expansion, you expect more. That's the thing. A lot of MMOs do that, like World of Warcraft, you know, every like couple of years you get an expansion and you pay usually kind of full game price almost for that expansion even, so this is already at least kind of cheap in comparison. But also expansion, you know, you kind of get a lot of content. And here you literally just get like some extra levels. Expansions are rare now. Well, I mean, for MMOs, that's normal. For MMOs, expansions like still the meta. World of Warcraft is expansion driven. ESO has expansions too. ESO does that good though because you don't need them. Like, you can still play and you still will be, I think, kind of more or less fine and capable to stay competitive, sort of. I guess let's put it that way. I guess, from what I know. I'm not a super expert, right? But I think it's just basically kind of new territories, new drops in those territories, obviously new activities in those territories, but like same stuff that you have in, for example, main game, you still can always do to the full capacity. No one's gonna limit you. And here you're already kind of like limited in levels, I guess, limited in gear quality. Don't have the mount at all because you don't have the expansion with mounts. And yeah, like shittier gear. Well, one weapon locked, that's kind of fine. Like, if weapon would be just the only thing locked, that would be whatever, that's fine. New expeditions, if it would be locked, that's also fine, whatever. Like, if you don't want to go for some endgame content, like, who gives a shit? New area, it's not even new area, it's just transformed old area, so, like, you can also skip that. But then again, and the ability also you can skip, whatever. But yeah, the fact that they limit your, like, leveling, limiting your gear quality, crafting skills they limit to, and yeah, the types of gear you can get, that is ridiculous. And mounts, obviously. That is weird. That is weird. Let's see what I see. To be honest, PvP back then also was quite something. Open world PvP was cool though, but you go in PvP in like the battlegrounds and stuff, it's mostly just kind of like steamroll in one of the directions, like depending how lucky you are. Like, you get against the pre-made, you probably get shit on. You get with the pre-made, you're gonna shit on them. That's pretty much it. Who get like more pre-mades in the team, and better pre-mades, gonna win, like 100%. That's pretty much was our experience when we played. Like, you go in and you already can quite fast already see. Sometimes you just like literally get like spawn camped pretty much near your camp. And you can't really do anything. Even if all your team just like kind of runs on that one pre-made group and tries to do something without pre-mades on your side, you just get destroyed. The fort defense is the PvP fort defense as well. That you kind of can't really get that easy on though. That's where like the whole faction basically, like you like clan picks players from all factions. So it's like a lot of candidates and only that many like places on the team. And they obviously also going to prioritize their own clan. Then after their own clan is over, they're going to prioritize people with like the better gear and the, you know, better levels, better everything. So chances for you to get picked are kind of low. But yeah, I mean, it still was nice though. Like, even without like super try-harding, it was fun. Gameplay was fun. Dungeons we were doing were fun when you have people to play with. Dungeons also nice. And yeah, gameplay-wise, that was like, this is still probably like one of the best MMOs. The leveling process was fun because the gameplay is fun again. So like everything was good, but yeah, now they rolled this stuff and I don't even know. I don't even know why. 15 on sale, a new world. Well, that's the thing, like it's good and the base price probably is low for the game, but like with this DLC shit, it's weird. I don't know why they did that way. I don't know why they did it that way. Like they did kind of restore the reputation and trust sort of like last year, because they had like launch was good though. There was a lot of people playing, it was all good, but then it kind of like, you know, went down pretty fast, and there was like a bunch of issues. They listened to feedback, they fixed a lot of issues, they did like this like fresh start, you know, try it again guys, next year, and that was really successful. I mean, we also were part of that for 2 months playing, was really fun and nice, was really actually improved a lot. But like, I think it was still a bit too early after that to roll this out. To be honest, they still needed to work more with like some free updates, like some more content, you know. Not to mention like bounce and stuff, I think should be like the ESO and all, they do it right. Like the main game should still, in my opinion, stay relevant. Like let people play the main game and be still on par with others. Like make them interested in new stuff, you know, like mildly. They play, they finish with all the content, for example, right? They did all the dungeons, they do good, and then they also see, so well, there is also this new dungeon, and I leveled all the weapons, but there is this new weapon also, and it's on DLC, and that DLC is already on sale, so, you know, maybe it's time for me to buy it and join everyone else. Because like with ESO, like Necrom was out, what, summer, I think, basically? Or like end of spring? I don't remember. I remember they were announcing it also a year ago. Like 18th of January will be the show, where they're also going to be announcing something for this year. So I assume kind of a year ago, pretty much, they announced Necrom, and I guess it was out like summer or like late spring. And now in December, you could already pick it on sale for $8. Deluxe edition and stuff with all the discounts. Well, obviously regional price and stuff, like without that probably like $15 or something. But still, like it's the newest update with all the stuff. That's good. Yeah, remote. Yeah, I mean, Amazon also kind of like laying off a lot of people. Hey, DoXL. Have a nice Sunday, you too. How are you doing? Amazon doing a lot of layoffs and stuff, and New World is Amazon Games, right? So, yeah, they probably kind of like got the notification, like, yo, guys, where's money? Your microtransactions, yeah, their microtransactions are like, I like looking at them, I'm sure they're not being sold, because like they garble. Not because of the low quality, but because how game looks and plays, you don't really even see them. Now you get yourself like some Giga Sword, you don't really see it there, like on your character that much. Yeah, the only microtransactions I think that were kind of like quite visible and kind of cool is like those like camps that you set down and you can craft them, you can rest them. Like those did kind of look nice, like custom ones, but those were also like, you don't really use that often, that camp, and you don't see that often, and you can really flex with that easy and often, and I think they were quite expensive too. So yeah, I think they just kind of like probably got a call from up there, from the big boys in Amazon, like, yo, where's money? It's time. So yeah, they decided to roll this out as a DLC. I feel like, again, like years should pass and they probably should kind of try to, like, you know, to regain the trust of the community again. Like get some sort of like, I don't know, like the Giga discount on that or something, or get like some other like free expansion that everyone gets where the bounce and everything gonna be included. But then again, then people who bought it gonna be mad. So like it's gonna take some effort for them to fix the situation. I hope they will though, because yeah, the game is fun. Game is fun. If it would get like good sales and more people would be willing to join, we can do it again. If we could do it again. We still didn't finish all the dungeons, all the content. Need peoples for that. And yeah, like when you're not full group, it's kind of like, not that fun. Rando is already kind of not that fun. Can be forced to care about the setting and the aesthetic. Well, I mean, that's why they have multiple though. Oh, the fantasy with nothing but humans. Well, I mean, kind of not just humans. They got some other stuff, but yeah, I do agree they could like do it a little better. That is also something they needed to work a little longer. Like they needed to cook it a bit more. Like after a year, they got some good product, but it still could use some more cooking though. more variety. Because, like, you haven't played on release, man. Like, at least later they added more, like, enemies and stuff, too. And new biomes and stuff. On release, that was, like, not that good. There was, like, the same enemies through all the game. You kill those, like, skeleton. Well, actually, partially you still kind of do that. Like, those, like, ancient skeletons, you kill, like, through... from level, like, 1, pretty much. Until the end game, and even in some dungeons, I think. Not even in-game marriage there, yeah. Paid expansions every 2 years with patch every year. Yeah, and I do think ESO expansions are really good in that sense. Like, that should be more MMOs like that. Like, I do, like, in general, everything in ESO so far I really like. Like, how they handle things, how they approach things, how they do events all the time and stuff is nice. I think that's pretty nice. Killing them skeletons there, yeah. Yeah, ESO has Furies and Scalies for you. Actually, Final Fantasy 14 also catching up. When I get to the news soon. They are also catching up on the meta. Can 76 have those kind of DLCs? True, yeah. Like, more story-oriented stuff and everything. Like, it should go kind of ESO way, yeah. That would be nice. It kind of, in a way, does. But, like, it does have a lot of content, but ESO content more story-centered. Which in ESO, I kind of can't be, you know, bothered with that, to be honest. Even though, as I already kind of predicted, you know, like one of my friends already max leveled. Like, I'm like 30, like 1 or something, slowly leveling. He already like max leveled. And I think he's now doing Diablo 3 season. And then it's going to be Diablo 4 season, and we're probably going to be doing that. And another friend just kind of like stopped playing, which I also kind of expected already. So we'll see. Maybe I'll just like become a story enjoyer there and just go through it. I'll probably return to it on stream at some point. Maybe. Because, like, the writing is decent. Stories are nice. And it's voice acted and stuff. Good quality. Good quality there. And yeah, 76 could do that too. But yeah, they have a lot of content, but all that content doesn't have, like, you know, some sort of, like, narrative value, I guess. Let's put it that way. Most of it is just kind of like killing shit. That's it. Farming stuff. Which is fun, though. I don't mind. But I think every once in a while having some sort of, like, story connection to that is nice. Not to mention, like, they have, like, the Fallout universe, dude. Like, I can see, like, for example, my friend also, like, he's a huge ESO, like, Elder Scrolls enjoyer, and he's like, well, I can't really relate to the ESO because it's, like, you know, like, thousands of years before the game events, any game events, really, right? Like, the super giga prequel in the past. So I can kind of see, I guess, that. And 76 is a little bit like that. It's not thousands of years in the past, but it's still, you know, a little early, I guess. But they still kind of got, you know, Brotherhood and stuff in and explained it and connected that actually to Fallout 1 even in a way. So at least that is kind of nice, and they could work more on that. They could do it more interesting. Casino update completely flopped? Well, it depends on how you play. Like, I went to the subreddit and stuff, and people are just fucking coming there and everything and loving it, because apparently it's mini raids again, but they do like them because these mini raids are like, you can farm better, basically. So people are still happy about it. They got something new to farm, and they got something that is like more convenient and easier to farm, so they can unlock shit faster. So people are actually happy with that. But yeah, for someone who wants like a little more kind of like substantial content, that is, you know, that is not enough. Sorta. But I mean, that's the thing. Like, it's kind of like for new players who just want to join Fallout 76, there is already shitload of stuff to do. Like, they don't need more, honestly. For someone who playing currently, that's fine. They enjoy it. For someone who played and ditched, that is, yeah, probably not exactly something worth returning long term. Just go in, play for some, and then peace out. So, like, technically it's not too bad. But you would kind of expect something more. It is free. Let's put it that way, right? Still, everything they released so far is free, which is good. Which is good, eh? And it's not too bad. But yeah, I would expect something a little more. I would expect a little more. Like, I don't even like... It would be nice to have some story content for sure. Like, I would love to, right? Like, I'm a huge Fallout enjoyer. I would love if it would be some sort of like connections to the original game. Again, I guess it's the same thing as like my friend has with ESO, right? Like, I don't really give a shit about those settlers, raiders. I do like do the quest line. I did read about it some, right? But like, I didn't give a shit about them. I don't really like remember too much about it, and I couldn't care less, honestly. Brotherhood of Steel questline, that was kind of interesting because it's, you know, faction you kind of know, and they actually connected it to Fallout 1 in a way. So that actually was kind of nice. That was kind of nice and kind of interesting, and I like that. So if they will add some story about like something no one really playing Fallout cares about, that is also kind of like a miss instantly, in my opinion. Might be good story, but like, I wouldn't care, to be honest. See, it kinda can be a little bit full of nothing, though. That is true. In ESO, I would say it's a little different. It is a little still connected, right? Because, like, you recognize the world and everything. You recognize the names, man. What was the name? The... Kimilize, I think, right? Was it? Or Timilize? I forgot. Like, I see the name and I'm like, oh, that was the book in Morrowind. Like, I recognize that. And like, you know, you just like see those things, you recognize names, you see, you read things, you see things, you recognize them. Like all the gods are there, like the Daedric princes and stuff are there, right? It's nice. Visit Morrowind and it's nothing like Morrowind, is it? Find it so generic? In some way, to some extent, it is, yeah. But it does have some cool stuff there, though, I have to say. It does have some cool stuff, and some of the generic things, they are kind of like generic, like, you know, after Elder Scrolls did it good and popular, to some extent. They do have some nice stuff. Like, no, not even maybe like, you know, like the lore in the grand scheme of things, but like some of the factions and stuff are really cool. Like Telvanni, for example, like real cool shit. Ja, Sultan, I see. What's that think? But yeah, like some of the factions, like Telvanni and everything, I love that. I see. Well, I mean, Morrowind, the Morrowind writing was good. And I mean, a lot of cool stuff is actually goes from there and continues from there. Like Oblivion, yeah, Oblivion... I mean, again, some of the, like, that's what was always, like, strong about the Elder Scrolls, right? Is all the, like, and what the, in general, kind of, like, stays, I guess, strong about Bethesda games is, like, the writing for the factions. Most of the time, not always, but, like, the faction quests and stuff are usually what's good stuff. And, like, yeah, that's, like, the lore of those factions and some of those, like little parts of the world, that's good. Like, the global picture, yeah, nothing super fancy, for sure. Nothing crazy there, for sure. But some details and nuance about some of the specific, like, factions, races, you know, cults, Daedric cults and stuff, that's cool stuff. Oh, Dev Dorsal. Not sure. One of the most fleshed out fantasy settings. I mean, yeah, especially if you look at like first of all, amount of writing, right? Like that is not complete fanfic, but I guess kind of licensed, you know, official fanfic is crazy, right? And now if you look at the amount of stuff in Elder Scrolls Online, like how much they write for that shit and everything, and it's like, yeah, that is indeed quite fleshed out there. Fleshed out indeed. And this one we saw, this is the gacha one. I remember. Pro material for this game is something. I see, alright. Coomer ASMR and Coomer action vid, alright. Coomer's gonna eat, man. Coomer's gonna eat. Alright, fine. Let's a quick glimpse at some other stores and get to the news. I still need some to play some golf today too. Ain't that much really to talk about in the news section. A lot of layoffs. It continues. It's still going. See the let's see. Quests themselves and stuff aren't that lore heavy. Well, again, like on some of the factions and stuff, they are not too bad. Like I love Telvanni, for example, and like Necrom is all about Telvanni, and it kind of like keeps going. The only sad part, right, is in the Morrowind you like learn the spell, so you can fly there. That's the only way you can even get to them and stuff. Here, there's no flight, right? But at least they put the portals for you, I guess. I'll take it. I'll take it. Could be better, but I'll take it. And yeah, what I also like is that like the online one is still like really like single player friendly and heavy. Have companions have their own quests, their reputation. You get the gear for your companions, you get the skills for your companions, build for your companions and stuff. Like a lot of what they did there, they could use in like, you know, an actual single player game, really. Some of the things they did, because it is really well made. Can't even fly though, yeah. Feels bad, man. Hentai Mosaic Neck Waifus. There it is. There it is, dude. A GOG as usual for Coomers. Nothing changed here. There's the peak writing in Morrowind. Well, yeah, that was the, you know, the drug-induced binge writing by the dude and locked himself at home and just like writing that lore high. That's quality stuff there. And then I think they threw the guy away or something. I don't remember what happened exactly with the dude, but yeah, I think he's not really doing anything like that anymore. Sadly. Yeah, Oblivion, like, I gonna agree, Oblivion, it feels super generic. Like, that's generic high fantasy shit, for sure. Oblivion, 100%. Skyrim, haven't played yet, we'll get there, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be also quite generic. ESO, I mean, so far I didn't really read through lots of quests. I kinda did. Like the Necrom quest, actually main quest, I kind of like stopped doing it because like my friend needed help in the dungeon. So I just reached that point because I was behind, right? I was streaming and playing after stream and they were on holidays still and they were playing a lot. So I was behind catching up. So he's like, oh, when you get to this part, like we're gonna do that dungeon together. I'm like, sure. Got to this point like 4 days ago. Not playing anymore, so guess I'll continue. But yeah, that quest was really well made and stuff. You get like different like features and companions that like persist with you and give you comments all the time. Well, not all the time. Like they're not overdoing it yet, at least. Like in Forspoken or something. But you get like to encounter some new. The only one like is this like the Apocrypha, this like Watcher, the eye flying thingy. That one has like weird like voice actor setting, I guess. Like I don't know, it just doesn't sound like fitting for some sort of like Dedrick, you know, entity. It just sounds like some, I don't know, like some weird like cartoon sidekick or something. I don't know, just a little off. Just a little off to me personally. The drug bit just a bit, I don't know. At this point, I heard it so much that, you know, yeah, I'm not sure actually. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Skyrim and Oblivion, cozy generic. Well, I mean, I also have to say that Oblivion had like really good factions too. Like the Dark Brotherhood shit was nice, and some of the quests were like really good. Like the one with all the people locked in that mansion and stuff. That was really good shit. Like I literally just need to like write some of those down, just like to keep that for like some future ideas. If I will ever, you know, dare to get something like RPG like or like get hired or something to work on one. And there are some that would be really cool to kind of like take a spin on that, you know, just use an inspiration. Starfield also had some of those quests too, but like they were way more rare, and it's just like also faction missions, and yeah, mostly faction missions, and only like a couple of factions had really good quest lines. Most of the stuff was not that good. Does an RPG is very lacking? I think it's in general a lot of their games. Like outside, like faction quests, I do like remember, and a lot of them I like, not a decent amount of them. They felt like immersive. Let's put it that way. Main quest and stuff, Oblivion main quest, like bro, I left it for the very last moment, and thank God, dude. That was annoying. It's always that one and not anything else, because that one is like stands out. That one stands out. That one stands out. That was also the one where you go like to the village killing some sort of like goblins or something, right? And then you realize that, you know, you were high on something and just killed, you know, villagers there and stuff. Like that also was kind of interesting one. They even started the, well, I did in the end, and thank God, because I did it all fast. Gates were complete dog shit. Like I do stated, it's awful. Maybe it was just because, you know, I already kind of played for a while, right? So I kind of just didn't want to deal with all those Daedras again. But that's the thing, I guess if you encounter it earlier, it doesn't really make it more pleasant. You're just gonna get fucking tired of it a bit later, but you're still gonna get tired of it, and tired of everything else too. But the Kirkbride, that is not exactly the story. Could be, I'm not sure actually. I just like heard that story, maybe it's just a legend. It probably is, but who knows? Who knows? True self patrol. And you were the background lore, I see. Well, I mean, the Mortals of Avium actually apparently is pretty decent. Like, I even like saw like one kind of industry dude that I follow who like played it recently and was also like, man, it's actually kind of good game. They just kind of like, you know, really polished and optimized too. Just actually no, it had issues, yeah. Had some tech issues and yeah, like kind of shit release time and not a lot of marketing. Like, Morrowind main quest didn't really, like, if I remember correct, it didn't really, like, start any annoying, ridiculous shit. To be honest, I don't remember that. Like, Morrowind main quest wasn't that disruptive for you. In Oblivion, yeah, thank God I did it in the end. Like, thank fucking God. And characters also, like, you just, like, same with this Starfield. Starfield is the same. You just, like, beeline it super fast. Starfield maybe a bit longer. Like Oblivion, I think finished main quest in like one stream, wasn't it, or something? Like I stopped at the part where you need to go to what's the name? The destroyed city, right? That I never visited before. You just go there, and I think I did all of this in one stream. with the running through all those like gates and lots of dead risks. That I did in one stream, I think. From like, you know, getting dude to become Sword Emperor and dude just fucking dying and stuff. Hey Portable, hello. How we doing? And then Starfield was the same. I think Starfield maybe was a bit longer. Yeah, I think it was like 2 streams. But the thing is, like, it was also because you needed to like run to those fucking temples, getting that shit. That takes a lot of time. It's actually less annoying than Oblivion Gates though. That's less annoying than Oblivion Gates, but it's still annoying, just in different way. Just in different way, man. Starfield DLC this year, yeah. Let's go in Portable House Life. I would love to play. The problem is I had it on Game Pass, so yeah, I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see if I'll get around, because then I will need to buy it, and I'll need to replay it, and fuck that shit. Tell you that. But that I'm not looking forward to right now. Sultan, I see. Most players on Game Pass? No, they sold a lot on Steam and stuff too. They sold a lot of copies too. I wouldn't say most, actually. That was the end of the year stats or something. I don't remember exactly. But yeah, like they sold a shitload on like consoles and stuff. On Xbox, unironically, they sold a lot. And considering like the total amount of players, like I would say more than half was actually bought copies. Yeah. The Steam also results of the year also, like they did sell a lot. They did sell a lot. So thing about DLC only though is that, you know, you need to buy it. And it already has like not the best rep, I guess. Let's put it that way. Yeah, they say that right now it's like you try to assume something good about Starfield, you instantly get like, you know, get shit on pretty much. And that like default state of things means that, you know, DLC is out, it's gonna get shit reviews. Every bad review gonna farm clowns and reactions and everything, you know. So yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Bad rep plus Game Pass equals bad DLC sales. I think bad rep in general though. Well, Game Pass, yeah, Game Pass still is probably like half of the audience, I would assume. And those, well, I mean, to be honest, you can just buy DLC on Game Pass though. Like you can still play the Game Pass version, you just need to buy DLC separately. Don't need to buy the game if I remember correct. And you even have like a discount on purchases if you have Game Pass active, like 10% or something. So some people still can get it though. Yeah, Portable. That's how it goes quite often. It's just it becomes like it's a snowball effect. Like you shit on something, then it also becomes like when a lot of people start shit on the game, but it's not just the game, right? But like with many things, but with games obviously something we kind of like, you know, dealing with on a daily basis. So you kind of notice it better this way. Hey, Focus, hello. So they have like if something starts to get like shit, acquiring this like shit rep, shit reviews and everything, it starts getting like more and more of that. It's a trend, you know. It's trends. We were talking about it yesterday. Actually, it's the same with like Baldur's Gate, but in reverse. Like you might have some genuine criticism about Baldur's Gate, but if you're gonna post it, you get shit on just because like shitting on well, not shitting, like talking, like shitting is bad in general, right? But like trying to even constructively criticize Baldur's Gate, for example, will instantly lead to farming them clown emojis and, you know, just like shitting on you. Same goes with like, same was with Fallout 76 we saw before. Like, you don't shit on it, you are, you know, basically farming negative. Daggerfall free on GOG. Oh, it's free in Steam actually too, Daggerfall. Daggerfall you can get on Steam, I think, anytime. I think it's actually just free there in general. Which I actually got because there's Unity Daggerfall now. Yeah, you can just go get it for free if you want. Yeah, it's free to play. I think it's always free to play, actually. Just can go get it. Just can go get it. Shouldn't oversell it for sure. I'm not sure. I mean, they did a lot of marketing for it. I don't think it was that crazy overselling. I think it was them actually just like it wasn't them basically. Let's put it that way. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it's like in a big amount it was like people building those expectations for themselves. Everyone was like, "Oh man, that's gonna be the RPG," you know, and stuff like this. Another big Bethesda RPG and stuff, and then not exactly. Not exactly. Yeah, doing good, focus, doing good. No, Starfield is not one out of 10 for sure. Like Starfield is like 7, I think. Like it's decent. Like that's the thing. It's decent. Like the gunplay, the guns are great. Like the gun modification system, legendary gun system, shooting itself, like the jetpack. Some of the skill lines, some skill line is also a little bit PPG, but I have to say I feel it's kind of still better than like Fallout 4 skills to some extent, the perks and everything. So like it was okay. I don't know. Like it's expectations, yeah. When you expect like 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, and you get 7, that feels like yeah, it's the inflation, yeah, the hype inflation, true. Six out of 10, but I could see that. I could see that. But yeah, what's what happened. That's what happened with 76. Like the best example, I don't remember who was that, like what outlet, gaming news outlet was that, but that was like I remember like literally they were like, well, everyone has already said that 76 is shit, so we're just gonna say it's shit. Like we didn't even play it, basically. Like we saw how bad it is, and we don't even want to like review it. I think they played for like an hour or 2 hours. Like we saw everyone shitting on it. We didn't like it, so we're not gonna even continue. So it's shit, guys. Well, that's the journalism for you there. Let's see, so I see. So then it goes the same way, because like you're gonna say something good, you're gonna get like a lot of molding people in comments that how can you enjoy what everyone else doesn't enjoy, how dare you have a different opinion from the mainstream opinion. And same goes both ways, and for many cases. As I said, like go try to like criticize Baldur's Gate, even if you have like legit valid criticism, and people will be like, wait a second, no, you're not allowed to say anything bad about it, bro. And same goes with like Starfield, you're not allowed to say anything good about it. Let me see. Maybe someone was farming actually. I don't know, let's see some like popular ones. Yeah, there's the meme one. Cured my insomnia, I see. More also meme, yeah. It's alright, I'd pay 30 bucks for it at most. Here you go. You farm some clowns, man, instantly. Instantly. Well, another positive one, clowns coming in. Positive one, clowns coming in, And I mean, that's just the reaction, that's whatever. But the thing is, like, it's the general kind of, like, direction of the narrative around it. Like, it's kind of like peer pressure, sort of. It just kind of pressures it to have some sort of specific opinion. Still mostly negative, yeah. Worth 50% discount kind of reasonable? Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, it's kind of like how the context you're looking at it. If the context is like, I have a shitload of games and they're limited amount of budget, right? And like, what do I think about it? I would probably skip it because like there are better things to play and I don't have money to buy it. If you get it like cheap or on Game Pass and you have time and nothing to play, why not? It's okay. It's not bad. Like if you like just like abstract from many other factors and just like judge the game by itself, yeah, it's like 7, 6, not 5, I would say, not 5. Higher than 5, lower than 8. Let's put it that way. Is Bethesda fix previous games better and cheaper? It also depends what you want. Like, I really did enjoy the gunplay and stuff. Like, the gunplay was fun. Doing some of the stuff in the game was fun. Like, I really enjoyed, like, the docking ships and, like, you know, yoinking ships. Yoinking stuff from them ships, you know, like, a little bit of piracy. That was fun. Space combat was kind of alright in some cases, but the thing is, yeah, you just kind of, like, all of this is, like, diluted by loading screens, and all of this is like spread. Like, you want to go just kill some like pirates or something. Just for that, you need to go somewhere to the quest giving station or NPC, get the quest for that, lift off, fast travel. If you don't have a fast travel unlocked, let's assume, right? You like lift off, pick a system. You go through multiple systems first because your jump is not enough, right? Every jump is a loading screen. Then you get there, then you land, another loading screen, and then you finally like, oh man, I get to kill stuff with my beautiful guns. Like, guns actually well made. Like, I mean, like, I saw people like not liking how shotgun looks and stuff, right? Like, that's like tastes, whatever. I kind of like how they looks. And the thing is, like, all of them are unique, and all of them, like, with any animation of reload is made well. You can see that they put time into this. Like, it looks good how it reloads and stuff. It feels satisfying. You get to kill some stuff, you loot that stuff, and that's it. Then you need to fly back, you know, like sell the loot, get another quest so you again can finally go and kill something. And that's bad. That's one, like, the really bad thing. Because the gunplay is good. And also quests give a very small amount of XP. Like that also, like, kind of like subconsciously a little bit lowers the satisfaction of the game, because you do quests and you get like nothing in terms of XP. You fly and kill like one ship, you get same amount of XP you get from the quest. Like, you just don't get this like carrot on a stick in front of you, or it's like too far to run for it. I see, Axer, I see. Quality videos, man. Playing the minimap. Yep, pretty much. And the loading screens and stuff. So yeah, we'll see what the mods and stuff will do. Can compare? Yeah, you can compare for sure. But yeah, the thing is, like, you just try to like grade it on its own, and yeah, I would say like 6, 7 would be okay for like 50% discount and stuff, or on Game Pass when you have time. That's good. Like, I don't regret, you know, just spending my how much month or something of Game Pass time on playing that. Was alrighty. Was fun. Was even fun. With some issues, sure, but was still fun. Was still kind of fun. And yes, Dave, you have a point with that too. There was like a lot of like, there's still this console war going, right? There's still like PlayStation versus the Xbox, where an Xbox, I think, is kind of like, I don't know, like objectively Xbox is like dead, eh? Like, Xbox merged with PC already. Like, Xbox on its own has nothing, no exclusives. Like, it has nothing of value outside of Game Pass, which you also can get on PC. So, like, if you don't have a PC, maybe getting, like, Xbox as a budget Game Pass machine is good. But other than that, I don't think there is a point really to try to fight for Xbox, to be honest, in my opinion. Xbox always been a PC? No, in 360 years age, for example, Xbox was like still big. They had exclusives, and it wasn't sharing stuff with PC yet. So there was still at least this kind. Like Bayonetta 1, for example, wasn't on PC for a while. It was only consoles, and it was pretty much Xbox and PlayStation, right? So it's kind of like, back then at least the wars made sense. Nowadays, don't see the reason, but there is a lot of people doing that, those wars. And yeah, that might be part of the reason also, like, why all this, like, Starfield stuff even happened, because, like, yeah, Xbox people were like, oh shit, it's our exclusive, man, it's gonna be so good, yeah, pork Bethesda. And PlayStation was already kind of like antagonizing by definition, right, by default. Why also a lot of, like, I think, like, extra layers of hate happening, because they kind of like happy that, you know, another Xbox game failed, same with Redfall and stuff. Like, my friend, for example, is a Sony boy, so, like, I could hear that too, like, always. Like, shitting on Xbox because all those games flopped, which they did. Absolutely, they, well, I mean, financially at least Starfield didn't flop, but yeah, Redfall flopped in all the ways. But yeah, it's kind of like this, like, console war was like making it worse for sure, because then when it actually was kind of bad, some of the Xbox people still on copium, and a lot of PlayStation like constantly like shitting on it because, you know, they got the W finally. That, you know, like, well, I mean, I don't know what kind of W, because Xbox, it's not even an Xbox game, dude. It's Xbox and PC, all right. Yeah, next week we're gonna be watching that. Have a lot of game time, a lot more than average person. Yeah, absolutely. But that's the thing, average person, like, you can even look at like some streamers, right, who have a lot of game time too, and they just, like, you know, well, let's return to Monster Hunter World or something like that, or let's just, like, I don't know, like, sit and watch YouTube videos for hours, because there's no games, man, on the market. So yeah, like, having limited having a lot of game time doesn't mean that you play a lot of games, let's put it that way. Same as, like, people who don't have a lot of game time, they still sometimes manage to play a lot of games. Like the mentioned friend who works also like 5-2, you know, the usual stuff. Not 9 to 5 though, a little less, but still. And yeah, he still plays through a shitload of games. 12 hours every week, you'll be critical of what to play. Kinda, but it depends how, like, exquisite of a gamer you are. Because a lot of people having this 12 hours a week, they're just gonna play fucking Call of Duty or FIFA. And that's why they are successful. Yeah, some people just watch him on streams and stuff too, yeah, absolutely. And yeah, a lot of people who have that already, they either pick whatever, they kind of pick whatever they can afford, whatever is on sale also. A value in Xbox is retrocompatibility with 360 games. Well, I mean, exclusive value, yeah. But the Game Pass too. Like, you can buy like some cheap Xbox Series S, for example, Game Pass, and you have yourself like a cheap gaming machine that has a lot of shit to play. See, portable, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of people with 12 hours a week and stuff, they just gonna go like look at Salpo, for example. He will go and then play fucking World of Warcraft or something. Come on. There it is, man. There it is. Which is a different story. That's a different whole topic about, you know, like the time economy of games. That's also like something you can talk probably for a long while, to be honest. That's a very complicated topic too. Yeah, a lot of people actually like when Starfield got mostly negative and stuff. I saw it trending on Twitter. I just went there and it was like, oof, man. Like, first of all, there is like still a lot of people who just post like screenshots of different planet views and stuff, and they still like, oh, it's like my day, I don't know, like fucking 100 or something of exploring like different systems and stuff. This is me on system that one and planet that one. Look at this beautiful like landscape and beautiful like stars in the skies and stuff. So there's like some people still like, you know, going that way around. Some people on like some sort of like some people, for example, like there was like the specimen that I posted in Discord who was complaining that, you know, they shouldn't release Starfield on PC. PC ruined everything. Like, PC gamers don't appreciate the quality game. If it'll be Xbox only, then it would have amazing reviews and everyone would love it, for example, you know. So it's like, yeah, it's a special place, let's put it that way. Yeah, and obviously also like all the PlayStation people like shitting on it all over the place and shitting on the Xbox people who were protecting Starfield and now kind of like, you know, they just like throwing facts at them, you know, because it's mostly negative and stuff. So yeah, there is a lot of this shit going on, and that not making it better for sure. Like the game became kind of like the material of the holy war. Same was with Redfall. Like it would be just another kind of like, well, kind of meh game and stuff, right? But because like Microsoft got involved, consoles got involved, big platforms got involved, and that steps up, you know, the levels of like hating and stuff. The real boot was also supporting PlayStation Explorer, yeah. You know, at least chance to find something really cool and special, yeah. I mean, you could kind of like the thing is like exploration for the sake of exploration, like really small amount of games, in my opinion, can pull. In my opinion, I mean, it's also me, right? I'm a loot goblin. I'm a MMO enjoyer. I need some sort of like carrot on a stick, right? Just kind of like, oh, it's so cool to explore. Like, not often does it work for me. So like, if you don't have that to make people interested in exploration, at least, you know, tune the economy, tune the loot game, you know, this kind of stuff. Make it like more fast, simple, and seamless to get into that, for example. That will work. But it's not like economy, like you shit money pretty much super fast, like no problems. Like I had only like one time when it was like kind of like I ran out of money, but that's because I also decided to just go like massacre on the planet's orbit and got like 300k, you know, like bounty on me that I needed to pay. And then I wanted to upgrade my ship really expensively, and that's why I ran out of money. And then like in a few hours, it was all already back, and like a couple of days after, I already was shitting money again. So like the economy exploration doesn't really ask for it, you know, like you don't really feel rewarded by that too much. Pacific Drive seems to understand what makes good exploration. Pacific Drive also has the carrot though. You always like, oh, there is this place where you can maybe get some loot, scavenge something, and you go there because you kind of need that. In Starfield, you also go and there is loot and stuff, but you don't need that. Like going to like mine some rocks on an empty planet to get like 10. Bro, I just land on some planet, go to the store and buy 10 instantly with one click. Like I wouldn't bother running around. Like how like when I wanted to craft the storage stuff on my outpost, right? And you need the structural type of element. First of all, I spend a bunch of time to find the planet when I can farm that structural. And then I spent like that was on stream, by the way, also, right? That was like an hour or something of me just like running on that planet. And in all that time, I got like 20 structural. I go to the store, there's like 20 or 30 on sale instantly. And that after that, I haven't touched that shit, basically. Hey, Velociraptor, hello. That was pointless. That like, and the thing is, like, I can see the fix that they could maybe try to do is to nerf the traders, but that would actually make it even more tedious because it's actually annoying and useless to do it that way. Like, I actually love the fact that I can like skip that and just go to the trader and buy it. I run 10 minutes somewhere, find nothing. Yeah. Through Scouring Oblivion to find all the books in Skooma. That also kind of like different, you know, levels of like immersion and different levels of like how much time we had and how spoiled we were with the games. Like my friend I mentioned, right? He like platinums pretty much every game. Just because he's like, back in the day, he had no money. He was like studying, like in school, back when he was like 12 or something, right? And the free time, he was like carrying newspapers and stuff just to make some money and to buy some video games. And when he like manages to save over like months to get to buy one game, he would like, you know, get everything out of it, like everything he could, every single minute out of this, because that was like hard-earned money and the small amount of video games. Nowadays, when you have a lot, like, Like, I played Oblivion, right? I mean, I still did put a lot of time into it, but it wasn't just like, ooh, running around, looting stuff. No. Like, I see some, like, cave randomly on the horizon on the map. Like, I'm not gonna go there. Fuck that shit. If there'll be a quest there, I will go there. But just to go there and run through it? Probably not. Most likely not. Because again, like, initially maybe in the first hours, but then you first of all kind of get tired of it a bit, and second of all, you already like the gear again. Progression is different. You already have the gear that you know that you're gonna go to that cave, and you're not gonna bring anything out of it that you will use. Early game, yeah. Early game, I remember when like there was like that dungeon. Ooh, I think it was also Quest 1 or something. There was a bunch of like orcs, I think, spawned in like ebony armor or something. I literally just like went in multiple times just to carry all that ebony armor and sell it in the store. Like I did. But that was, I think, last, like, well, one of the first and I think one of the last times I did that, because then I realized also that you kind of shit money anyway also, and you don't really need it that much, and I stopped. And the gear you get there probably will be worse than what you have, so yeah, that was not that bog. Yeah, 500, yeah, those things are nice though. Those things are nice, but again, like, I do think that it needs some sort of, like, a little bit of, like, the guiding, you know, like, thread there or something. Okay, let's get to the news, on the tangent there. Because we need to play some golf today, too. Alright, let me scroll. They have a lot. I think there was not that much going on. And most of it, more layoffs, basically. Alright, let's go. Less but more fleshed out for sure. I do agree. But that's what I prefer. Hogwarts Legacy sold more than 22 million copies in less than a year. That is quite something. I don't know exactly. I know Red Dead Redemption, I think, did something like that in kind of similar amount of time, maybe a bit faster. Maybe a little faster, but not sure. Dragon Age leaks rumors? Nah, not really. What was there? What was there? Fantasy 14 Dawn Trails new job race and full-length cinematic trailer. So they just got trailers for everything separately. Okay, full trailer, I guess. All right, fine. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Okay, one sec to the beginning. No. Stop. Reveal a watch. The Xbox playtest coming soon, I see. Yeah, finally coming to Xbox Series X and S this spring. Open beta test of the Xbox version begins sometime in February. Wait, BioWare must sell thousands of millions of Dragon Age 4 cards, otherwise EA gonna close them. Well, I mean, I wouldn't really put it behind EA though. Thousands of millions doesn't sound like realistic expectations though. Let's put it that way. Let's put it that way. Time for some DMCA galore there. Is it time? Maybe some like GTA style stuff there or something.
Blue seas, clear skies, and boundless possibilities. I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
This already should be all like different characters they got there now. Got him opening there, yeah. But a different arc now. Yeah, my favorite company name, man. The Creative Business Unit 3. Lizardmon.
Come now. There's no cause for panic. This one might make for a worthy opponent.
Some mod stick stuff there. I got all of them there. Oh, shit, Eastman. Welcome back to the dungeon. Thank you, sir. Thank you, man. Thank you, thank you.
Might you have a moment to speak further?
As he was saying. I mean, it's still alrighty. Did enjoy my time with Final Fantasy 14. But yeah, MMOs nowadays don't really like get me for long though. See what I say. I feel like I kinda got into it, but yeah, not for super long though. But did they make this guy a big part of the game too? Remember that one? So it was kind of like one side thing, sorta. Oh, here's the new class. Lost Ark did it already. Copy paste. Done scheme. Have the painting class. First 200 hours of Final Fantasy 14 wasn't dog shit. I think it's like not 200, more like 100 maximum. Painter is not it.
Behold the scene of our next great adventure.
You and your adventures. I trust you have not forgotten the true purpose of our voyage?
At last we are come to the land you call the New World.
Here's the Furies.
My home.
It's gonna be the new race too. CCUSC. Yeah, it was still fun. It was still fun, was still nice, but yeah, I just kind of like burned out on it really. I did go ham a little when I did play. I did go ham, which I kind of do with all the MMOs really. When I hop in, and then I just kind of burn myself out on that, and just realize I don't really have time. Yeah, it doesn't look that bogey, not gonna lie. See, so I see. 1 second, let's open this way. This I think looked kinda cooler at least. This I think when they announced was looking kinda cooler though.
Destiny has led you here.
I don't know, maybe because they kind of went with the ink rather than like paints and stuff though. But I mean, Lost Ark in general looks pretty good though. Too bad it was not exactly it, man. Or rather, I also kind of burnt out on it, and like the late game with randoms, I wasn't that bogey. The insane PvP-ness and stuff. Wait, that ended up being... Oh yeah, I guess, yeah, the international servers, yeah. So it was only like in April 2023 they got it, I see. True, save true. No, that kind of just like drops all the... Supposed to be artist class, but it also like shows everything here in this trailer. Oh, damn PvP this is, man. But I think like the ink and stuff are just like in general kind of more because they got more contrast, I guess. Like when it's like too much of these like colorful colors there, that's a little kind of too much, I feel. But I mean, good, yeah, Final Fantasy 14 in that sense. Like the thing is, it's also kind of partially makes it harder to get into. This is gonna be like the full new arc story, right? I think. So it maybe will be kind of doable for someone who wants to get in that way because, you know, fully new stuff. But the original Final Fantasy has this issue that you kind of like imagine and see this like amount of stuff ahead of you, and you can't like really like skip that story. And it's not even bad story, like yeah, it's okay. Like the starting first, actually, let me see, I can tell you exactly how long, well, not exactly how long the boring part took, but approximately at least. What? Oh, wait, no. Why are you not showing here? Huh? Huh? Oh, yeah, because it was for free trial, I guess goes separately. Yeah, 214 hours I played. Not 100. I would say maybe 50 or something hours. Well, actually, yet 1 second. We can check this way how much I stream, because I played off stream a bunch. That's how I usually tend to like burn out on those games. I just play on stream all the time, then I play off stream all the time. And I also obviously usually kind of like takes like, you know, try to like hug the unhuggable, basically. That was which year? Was it 21 or was it 2020? 2020 probably. Wait, really? 2020? No. That can be 2022. Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah, 137 hours on stream I played. And out of that, I would say 80 hours, maybe like a bit less, was kind of like the start. The start is boring as fuck. Like, start is really bad. I'm surprised they kind of like lowered the amount, kind of cut the amount of trash, the amount of filler in the starting part, but it's still a lot. It's still very slow and annoying. When I got past that, it was actually nice. But yeah, then I just kind of like... I think on stream pretty much like I started doing something else. And the thing is, it's also story-centered, right? So I kind of wanted to continue with the story on stream. And then there were other games. And then I just kind of stopped. And I played off stream like a lot of dungeons and everything. I was like doing all the daily stuff there. And then I just kind of burned out. I also decided to go like for a whole bunch of classes. Like I was leveling in the Dark Knight. I don't remember the names of the classes, right? I got like one of the... I got White Mage, I think. The healer. Who else was there? There was multiple. Monk. Obviously, Monk was the main one I was playing on stream. Then I also got Ninja, I think. I don't remember. Like, basically, I was leveling a shitload of classes, dude. Maybe a bit too much. Maybe a bit too much. I was just picking all the class lines and just doing all the leveling and everything. And then, yeah, I just kind of burned out on it. That's a bit of a problem with the games like this, I feel. When you just try to get into all of the content and you're like, oh man, I'm gonna be serious about this game. I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna go ham, and you get into it and you go ham, and then you just like burn out because there's too much shit going on. Just too much, man. I had just too much. That's the problem with established MMOs in general. I feel there's like so much content and stuff to do sometimes that you get in and you get lost completely. So sometimes you just kind of like stick to something that is like, you know, like very accessible. Kind of like I'm doing in ESO right now, right? I just get in, I do dailies, I do like the daily like random dungeon for bonus XP, some like random like battleground, for example, also for bonus XP. Crafting dailies, daily dolmen stuff in the Fighters Guild, and it's already kind of, you know, like 2-3 hours of the day kind of down, and you already kind of like done also, you know, with it for the day. And that's because those activities are just kind of like obvious ones and that you have here, so you can like stick to those, and then when you like look at other activities, there's just like so many, you just get lost instantly. That sometimes is a bit of a problem with the MMOs. Alright, continue. There it is. Xbox Developer Direct will feature updates on Indiana Jones, WoW, the Hellblade 2, and Ara History Untold. So that's gonna be on 18th. On 18th at 9 p.m. CET. I'm gonna stream that. After this showcase, it's like 15 minutes per game, basically. Like, I'm interested in WoW. I mean, Indiana Jones, kinda, just because, yeah, machine games and stuff. I'm not, like, super huge, like, Indiana Jones enjoyer. I don't think I even watched all the movies. Like, I don't really watch movies in general. I don't really give a shit too much, but might be good games, so why not? Hellblade, don't really care. Our History Untold is the 4X one, I think, right? So I'm kinda interested. Not super, but kinda. So overall seems good. and then it's gonna be after that gonna be Elder Scrolls Online update info too for the year. It's like 10th anniversary this year, so they're gonna show some like events. They're gonna show new content for this year and everything. So we'll watch that too. I just don't know if I'm gonna go live right before it, after my regular stream and the break, or I just start later and go like all the way until then. We'll see. I'm not sure how I will do it exactly. I'm not sure yet. SAG after signs agreement to allow developers to use AI voices in games. Approved by affected members of the union's voiceover performer community, this contract marks an important step towards ethical use of AI voices in creative projects by game developers and sets the basis for fair and equitable employment of voice actors as they explore the new revenue opportunities provided by AI. Yeah, every voice actor I know not only didn't approve this, they pretty much heard about this for the first time today on Twitter. Yeah, that's what I think I heard too. Like, the voice actors are actually molding hard. So we'll see how that will go. We'll see how that will go. Approved by affected members. Nobody in our community approved this that I know of. Seems that the bulk of my livelihood and have been for years. Who are you referring to? So that's an interesting union then, I guess. If they just went on their own all the way and decided to like do the thing themselves. Who needs any like union members? You know, union said, union did, done. So we'll see. We'll see how that will go. We will see how that will go. The AI replace everything, yeah. Well, I mean, that kind of does go into the ethical use of it, right? So it's gonna be like paying the voice actors to teach the AI on their voice and everything. But yeah, we'll see how that will go. We'll see how that will go. Yeah, so for some people, that's probably gonna end up like that. Like the thing I see kind of that might be a problem. Like, well, like if it's gonna be actually ethical and stuff, right? That is good because yeah, voice actors still gonna get paid, but they gotta do less work, which is good. But what is potentially kind of bad is that, you know, they just gonna like pick some like the development of AI basically gonna be also defining that if the AI will be able to. If it will get advanced enough to also, you know, properly do like all the intonations, emotions and everything. Obviously, it's not going to be perfect, right? But like, that's the thing. They're just going to be like getting some sort of like high tier, super cool, super known actors to voice like some main characters and stuff. And everyone else will be just like, just get the janitor, you know, pay them like $10 and get the permission to like record stuff and teach AI on their voice and then just use it, whatever, for like some random NPCs. Who gives a shit? So they're just gonna like start picking like some like, you know, undercutting actors because quality will be not that important since it's gonna be AI doing it mostly anyway. So that might kind of hit, you know, like the bottom of the like the beginner tier voice actors and like maybe medium tier. Like all the high profile ones probably not gonna get affected anyway. If anything, yeah, they're just gonna generate money because like yeah, like NFT guy or someone, they already like known, right? They get like probably a lot of offers like to participate in different projects and they don't have time, right? Because you actually need to physically go in the studio, record a bunch of lines and stuff, right? Like you don't have time to get into all the projects, and that way they will be able to. They're just probably gonna have like some sort of sample already there, like, you know, like big sample that they will be. Oh, you want my voice, guys? All right, that's gonna be like 100,000. There it is. I license it for you for this game, for this amount of like lines, for example. If it goes over that amount of lines, you need to pay extra. If you want to use it in a different game, you need to pay for that different game. there it is, use it. And they're just gonna like sell it left and right to everyone, and boom, they got like, instead of like recording for like a couple of games per year, they recorded for like fucking 20 games per year, and they just rolling in it. That might be kind of interesting to see how that will develop. We'll see how that will go, because for like some kind of smaller dudes, that will be probably a problem. Same with artists though, I think. We'll see. We'll see. Well, don't need any AI to fuck this up. Twitch to lay off 500 employees. Another Amazon big layoff. They got other studios hit too. And you get 35% of the staff. 500%, 500 people from Twitch again. That is already done now. Yeah, 400 positions already cut over 2023. So it's 900 already in past year. Gone. And that's a lot. That's a lot. It's a lot of people. A lot of people. And yeah, we'll see what exactly that gonna manifest itself through, you know. Well, and it doesn't stop there. Poof. Unity to lay off 1,800 employees, which is 25% of its workforce. Another one. And that already was in 2023. They also already laid off a bunch. So, fourth round of layoffs, actually, since July 2022. So they started quite early then, already. Another one. Unity is a meme at this point. True. But yeah, with Twitch stuff, there will be a bit more, I think, later. And we'll talk about it too. Retailer listing of V2 DualSense with 12-hour battery life for PS5 spotted online. Yeah, more leaks there. Compatible with PlayStation 5, wireless connectivity ensures the right exceptional 12-hour battery life on a full charge, supports long gaming session. Since the improved one. The improved controller. 27th DICE Awards nominees have been revealed. Marvel Spider-Man 2 leads the pack. So like they decided to give something to Spider-Man that didn't get shit. Actually, I think it had like 7 nominations, right, in Game Awards. So it didn't win anything. So we'll see. Maybe they'll repeat. But Baldur's Gate got less nominations here. 7 nominations Baldur's Gate. Alan Wake, 8 nominations, and Spider-Man, 9 nominations. Alright. Outstanding achievement in animation: Final Fantasy 16, Hi-Fi Rush, Marvel Spider-Man, Mortal Kombat 1, Super Mario Bros. Wonder. That's probably what Spider-Man gonna farm, I guess. Achievement in art direction: Alan Wake probably gonna farm this. Oh, they got Hogwarts actually there. Damn, son. These guys didn't shy away from putting the Hogwarts in. Insane. Outstanding achievement in character: Alan Wake 2, Saga Anderson, Baldur's Gate 3 Astarion, Baldur's Gate 3 Karlach, Thirsty Suitors Jala, doubt it. Marvel Spider-Man 2 Miles Morales. True stage true. Yeah, Starfield and art direction, like, bruh. How? Outstanding achievement in original music composition: Alan Wake, Diablo 4, dude. Like, Diablo 2 OST, I'm listening like every week, and it's amazing. Diablo 4, like, there are like a couple of tracks like that are kind of okay and that you can kind of like remember, but like mostly it's just like, dude, just mute it and put some music on. Not like it's bad, it's just like bland. Marvel Spider-Man 2, Planet Lana, Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Outstanding achievement in audio design: Alan Wake, Cocoon, Hi-Fi Rush, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Outstanding achievement in story: Alan Wake 2, Dave the Diver. Damn. Thirsty Suitors in November. Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 gonna farm that. That's why they probably just put like some indies in there, you know, just, you know, well, the indies, yeah, Dave the Diver, I mean, these guys too. Just, you know, they're not gonna win, so I'll just put them there. Outstanding technical achievement, Alan Wake 2, Marvel Spider-Man, Hogwarts Legacy, The Finals, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Technical achievement. Well, I mean, it does run on that piece of shit, so that's an achievement for sure. Action Game of the Year, Armored Core, Dead Space Remake, Hi-Fi Rush, Marvel Spider-Man Remnant 2. I'm gonna give Miyazaki something too. She isn't nominated, I see. Adventure Game of the Year, Alan Wake, Cocoon, Dave the Diver, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Legend of Zelda. Dude, adventure action again, like I don't know. It's so PP man. So PP isn't like Jedi Survivor action also, and like isn't I don't know Marvel Spider-Man Adventure also. Like, dude, what are these like categories? Yeah, no Lies of P here this time. Family Game of the Year, Disney Illusion Island, Fae Farm, Hello Kitty Island Adventure, Midnight Girl, Super Mario Brothers. Yeah, they're literally action adventures, dude, huh? Fighting Game of the Year, Grand Blue Fantasy, Mortal Kombat, Pocket Bravery, Nickelodeon, Street Fighter 6. Racing Game of the Year, Forza, F-Zero, Hot Wheels Unleashed, Lego 2K Drive. Role-Playing Game of the Year, Baldur's Gate. Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty. Oh, they got DLC there in, I see. Diablo 4 Kick, Final Fantasy 16 Starfield Kick. Sports Game of the Year, yeah, not that many really. Strategy Simulation Game of the Year, Against the Storm, Cobalt Core, Dune Spice Wars. Damn, now that's the lineup, man. War Tales, The Lost Spell. That's the lineup, man. That's the really good one. That's the interesting one. And no PPG games in Strategy Simulation, like Game Awards had some like weird shit there in Strategy Simulation. Or they would like unified with something weird, like it was like PPG lineup there. Immersive Reality Technical Achievement. Okay, it's VR stuff. Immersive Reality Game of the Year. Outstanding Achievement of an independent game. Cocoon, Dreadgear. Il Posse Elsewhere. Bruh. Like, is this out already? I guess it is. That's the demo I played. Like, remember with the super giga little music? Well, I guess people did enjoy that in the end. Alright, that was kind of like... I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Not that much thought went into the actual gameplay. Music fun and weird, and one of the main reasons about this game. Okay, so like, yeah, I guess you need to be into that kind of stuff. Yeah, I wasn't really impressed by that. That was kind of not sure, but I mean, I guess I didn't understand the modern art there probably. Thirsty Suitors and Venba. Yeah, I think Cocoon or Dreadgear should win here, for sure. Cocoon is already, like, farming a lot. Like, Dreadgear should win something. Please, give Dreadgear something. Dreadgear was really good, man. It's a really good indie game. I think they deserve it. Cocoon kind of, like, yeah, they just went sooner, like, arrived sooner, and it did pretty good, so... Mobile Game of the Year. No, Honkai Star Rail, damn son. Online Game of the Year, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Diablo 4, Mega Striker, Street Fighter 6. Apparently it's not in... Was it in... It was in fighting games too, right? I guess. Yeah, it was. Alright. That would be interesting if it wouldn't be there. Achievement in Game Design. At least no Starfield there. Outstanding Achievement in Game Direction. Baldur's Gate. Yeah, Spider-Man might win. That was a movie after all. Game of the Year, Alan Wake, Baldur's Gate, Cocoon, Spider-Man, Zelda. We'll see who will win this one. Like, the awards that are kind of like handed by some like magazines and stuff, like on their own, kind of quietly, you know. They give like Zelda all the awards and stuff as usual because Nintendo, you know, equals award. Everything that's like public, they go Baldur's Gate because they know that if they don't go Baldur's Gate, then people gonna be mad. Yeah, I mean, it deserves it though, so why not? Switch 2 allegedly launches this September, according to an AI company's press release. I think apparently it's just a bunch of random shit. It's some like random company no one knows about. They just posted something on their site and everyone just jumped on it, but I think they even said themselves that they don't even know. Like they just posted it randomly. Official launch plan to coincide with Nintendo Switch 2 in September 2024. And yeah, I think they already kind of said it's like they kind of made it up. And probably nothing really to pay attention to. But I mean, you never know. You never know. Maybe that was damage control. And another one. Discord lays off 170 employees due to overhiring 17% of its staff. So these guys now too. Another one. The thing is like Discord and Twitch still not profitable whatsoever. They're not making the money spent on it back at all. The problem is like, sure, you can keep laying people off, but you know, who's gonna work on stuff though? Like, you still will need to make it profitable eventually. You can't just like cut expenses and show that, well, you know, this is how we lose less. Smite 2 is an Unreal Engine 5 sequel to Smite. Alpha testing begins this spring. I'm just gonna turn it on for a bit because, bro. Yeah, there we go. Like, bro, why? Why? Another amazing pick of the song there. Insane, dude. Nope. We'll see, actually. Maybe we could play. We'll see together. Maybe if they'll be interested. If I'll be interested. If there'll be time. They haven't really played Smite, so skin's not transferring. By the way, wait, did they say that? Did they say that? I thought it was supposed to be kind of like, you know, this like CS2 thingy. New animations. I think everything should transfer though. Existing content will not directly translate to Smite 2, but don't worry, just because your content doesn't directly transfer doesn't mean we're not rewarding our loyal players in Smite 2 for their time, money, and accomplishments. Each skin takes roughly 2 months to transfer from Smite, which runs on Unreal Engine 3, to Smite 2, which is being developed in Unreal Engine 5. With more than 1,600 skins, bringing each one over to Smite 2 would take 246 years. Okay, I see. So they're gonna replace them with something else. Well, that's Pipiega, man. There's Pipiega. Yeah, Sacred, exactly. Kinda think the same, really. Long-awaited sequel and comments are full of why, yeah. No idea why, really. I mean, I guess kind of makes a little bit of sense to, like, yeah, to go from Unreal Engine, you know, 3 already to a little bit higher. But still, why? Each skin takes roughly 2 months to transfer from Smite. That kind of sounds like a little bit of cup, man. Like, even if you make it from scratch, I don't really think it's gonna be 2 months, man. That's like some, like, you know, like the dude who gets paid monthly and he just like takes every moment to go for like a smoke break, you know, to take a shit like multiple times per day or something on a company's box or something. And they just stole it that hard, because I don't think so. Like, sure, it takes time. Sure, I do like recognize the effort and everything of the artists and stuff, but the thing is, like, I don't think it's that long, especially since like the skins kind of exist already. You just like need to like recreate it in better fidelity. Not to mention, I think a lot of like, I don't know how it goes with like skins like that and stuff, but usually with a lot of art, I think you already order and get stuff in pretty like high resolution and higher quality than you ever need, and just in case, so you have that best quality, right? So you can use it somewhere else, not in game, but for example in some like what's the name, pre-rendered, for example, right? So you can show the skin in all its glory in the best quality that's not gonna be in the game, but it's still there. So I'm like, I don't know, they're that pipega that they only had like exact the same quality of the skin and stuff there. Not sure. Yeah, it doesn't look any super pog. Doesn't look any super pog. I think they just kind of go for some features that Unreal Engine 5 brings. They're not gonna go for super high quality visuals just because pretty sure still a lot of players most likely playing on potatoes, so they kind of can't really go for super. It's kind of like, you know, just switching the foundation so they can kind of like, you know, build upon that later. Because Unreal Engine 3 already, I guess, kind of hard to improve too much upon. Yeah, and that's like multiple skins simultaneously. Yeah, exactly. Path of Exile 1 transfer into Path of Exile 2. I mean, isn't like what CS, for example, right? That happened recently. All the skins are still going in both games, right? So I don't think it's like that crazy hard. Don't think it's that crazy hard. Well, they said they're gonna compensate and provide something else for the money spent. We'll see. We'll see. I hope if they're gonna fuck things up, people will give them shit they deserve for that, for sure. They just want to sell them again? Yeah, I do kinda feel like it, yeah. EA Sports FC 24 and PS5 delivered December growth, UK monthly charts. So FIFA closing the year pretty big, eh? Call of Duty, Hogwarts Legacy again, still pumping there. And then boxed copies there. Netflix reportedly considering in-game purchases and ads. Executives are said to be seeking more ways to generate revenue from games currently free to subscribers. Well, there we go again. Gotta monetize. You pay for subscription, man? Nah, that's not enough, dude. That is not enough. That shit is ridiculous, man. It's what I like what I always like kind of disliked about like World of Warcraft model, for example, right? Like it's like buy to play, then it's pay to play with subscription, and then on top of that, we also gonna like milk you with fucking microtransactions and stuff. Like that shit I really dislike. Like it's not double dipping, it's triple dipping already. Like when it's free to play with microtransactions and stuff, fine, sure. When you already have like sub, you have the purchase and stuff, and you still need to pay more, it's just, dude. Final Fantasy does it even harder. Well, I mean, World of Warcraft is something I know about. That's the thing. That's the thing. I just don't know about... Well, I mean, Final Fantasy, I know there are microtransactions, yeah. And a buy-to-play and subscription too, yeah, I guess. I don't know how bad there are microtransactions and stuff in Final Fantasy because I haven't played that much. World of Warcraft, I kind of like... I watch too much streamers playing World of Warcraft complaining about that stuff, so that's why it's kind of like the example that is on the surface for me. It's not even account-wide, I see. See window, I see. Is it that hard? Pay for Prime that allows you to pay for Prime channels, and now you can also pay to remove ads. I see. Well, that's kind of like how the satellite stuff. That's how the satellite stuff works. You like get yourself like the satellite TV, for example, service, right? Then some channels will be paid to watch. And you still have ads, pretty much. A login, press buy, and you bought it. Couldn't you just get it on Steam? I thought you can just like press the button and get it there. Can boot Final Fantasy 14 through Steam? I don't know, worked for me fine. Second Dinner raises $100 million in Series B funding round. These guys managing to farm still, quite hard. Ben Brode is going crazy. And that also considering their publisher is just being kind of like sold right now. Like they belong to the like the publisher is basically part of like the TikTok business, and they're selling them now. TikTok is selling their gaming business. That's just free trial, yeah, but you can buy it the full version there too, no? Or I mean, just take your account, just go to the dashboard and buy it there. Yeah, I don't know, I haven't bought, so not sure. Deacon exec says industry's problem is too many games. Head of publishing Benoit Clerc and president of Nacon USA Jack Reynolds discussed the challenges facing the mid-tier publisher and peripheral maker. Too many games, Too many games currently on the market. We're seeing today the results of investment made after COVID when the market was bursting and every game was making a lot of money, so there were a lot of investments being made. 2 or 3 years after that, so the games we're seeing now in the market were financed in that time, and there are simply too many for customers to be able to play them. I mean, not exactly completely false there. When you look at Steam, some days there are 50 or 60 games released in one day only, so it's more difficult to get enough traction to expose a game. Seeing releases that are without a day one, to use the old retail expression, without any exposure of a title that has been properly marketed. Now that is like not exactly true though. Well, I mean, it is true, but it's not as bad as they kind of make it seem, I would say. Like sure, there is like for today. There are some games, 9 games today, whole bunch of games tomorrow, but out of all of this is like, dude, like this is all kind of like under radars completely, most likely. Like we haven't even seen any of these in like the new releases, right? They weren't even there. And then we have all this stuff. Yeah, the Sakura Succubus 8, for example. That is also kind of like all those games, but like they not even gonna like interrupt anything. Like those publishers, like Nacon, for example, like is a publisher that is like not completely small, right? It's Robocop, it's Steel Rising and stuff, right? They're not poor, man. Like I don't think they're gonna get affected much. Sovereign Syndicate. Yeah, Time Survivors we saw, at least in popular upcoming. That we did. That we did today, sure. And Fancy Pants Adventures we saw also today. That we did. Other than that, yeah, Contain we did so today. Elf Bosses Dog Training. Damn, that's actually a lot of followers on this one. Insane. And Home Safety Hotline we also kind of saw. So like I don't know, like sure, like a lot of modern games is huge, but like most of them they are not gonna even be surfacing, not because like they are like getting lost. There are some that are getting lost, but mostly because they are dog shit. It's pretty much it. Like anything that is more or less good, it's gonna get most likely propelled anyway. Yeah, 50-60 games released in one day, not sure about that. That sounds like a little bit, you know, over-exaggeration there. Not spending 200 million on promotions, so I need to target gamers that have a passion and expertise for off-road racing when I'm doing WRC. That have an expertise in roguelike games when I'm doing Raven's Watch, or that have an expertise in sports games when I'm doing Cricket 24. Well, the thing is, like, if you're doing the cricket game, like, you're probably not targeting, like, random Joe playing Fortnite. It's the kind of game that probably going to be people who even know what the fuck cricket is, right? They're going to play it. Off-road racing with WRC, again, you probably mark the... there is not that many games you're competing with. Sure, roguelike, yeah, absolutely. Raven's Watch, you need to, like, market. Because, yeah, roguelike niches are... oversaturated for sure. That I do agree. Different situation in the market currently when you have games that have nothing super specific to say a specific group of gamers. True. Indeed, pressure from the market because standards in terms of production values, length of experience, and knowledge of our medium from customers are going up. Medium is waiting for innovation, so we do need to invest more than we did in the past, like any other mid-tier publisher. Yeah, they innovated with Golem, like, for sure. Absolutely, dude. Naken had a difficult time with Golem, but stresses that an organization often learns more from its failures than its successes because people spend more time reflecting on them. And Naken has been doing that with Golem. And yeah, out of all those, like, loads of games released, people still went and played Golem because, you know, it was even it was shit and stuff, and there still was a decent amount of people playing it. So, like, you know, it ain't that hard, really. If you have a product, if you have marketing. And I mean, you're a publisher. That's exactly what you're doing. That's exactly what you're getting paid for, dude. Like, I understand when, like, indie developer or someone coming in, like, you know, well, shit, it's hard to kind of, like, get yourself out there because there's, like, a lot of, like, noise, for sure. But you're a fucking publisher, dude. That's your job. That's what you get paid for. Spend your money on marketing, and there you go. Your stuff gets found. A Giga IP ain't that hard? Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. It's like, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to actually, you know, advertise the product. You are getting paid for advertising. Like, I guess it was easy before, right? Oh, we've published it, we're gonna do nothing and get paid or something. What was their position earlier then? Escalating. Well, I mean, publisher not even making the game, you know. Hey, Bjorn. An only industry trend Naken has been part of. Company has also been adding to the consolidation we've seen throughout the industry, acquiring 16 studios in the past 4 years. Well, that expansion hasn't turned out great for a number of parties. Clerk says integrating those additions into Naken had been quite smooth to this point. Goal as a publisher is to create the link from their creativity and talent, and making the link between that and the market to be sure that their creativity will meet with the widest audience possible. That's what my job is about, not being involved in the real creative process. I think this is where we are different from the major publishers in our industry. We give a lot of creative freedom to our developers. See, their goal is to give money to devs, to support them while they're making a good game, and to advertise that. And they would have no problems with advertising it, really, because, like, I don't think market became, like, a way worse in that sense. For small indie, though, for sure. Like, there's so much, like, noise now that it might be kind of hard to get that traction, for sure. But I don't know, though. It's hard, man. It's hard. Clash didn't sell well. Clash probably didn't, yeah. Clash didn't really... I mean, again, it wasn't really, like, marketed that well, though. That's the thing. I don't think it did get marketed well. Like, I don't think I've seen, like, a lot of, like, streamers playing it and stuff, you know, like, they didn't put any effort into it, feels like, sometimes. With Robocop, they did. Passionate people on the project give them sufficient budget and time, let them cook. Basically, kinda, yeah. Yes, yeah. Well, I mean, the Ratchet & Clank also wasn't pretty big budget, though. I'm not sure if Clash wasn't a huge budget. That's also what is kind of, like, easier for, like, the indie side of things. At least your budget is kind of, like, not that crazy. If you're doing it alone and stuff, like, you can take a nail, but, you know, it's not gonna be, like, the livelihood of, like, many people, for example, going down and stuff. Your might be, though. You will need maybe to go, like, back to work and stuff and everything. But at least not, you know, the whole company with a bunch of, like, workers crash and burn, sorta. No, I kind of don't think so. Like the game industry becoming the corporate stuff, true, but that is also, you know, just kind of few publishers. Like they rarely really pump up stuff. Like they do release, but that's kind of rare. Like all the corporate stuff is now on the really long production cycles. I mean, like look at how many games like EA, Ubisoft, and all those release and how regularly. Like, yeah, it's gonna be like even like Call of Duty, right? Every year, but it's year. It's like one day. Okay, fine, like 1 week, 1 month, even out of 12 months, for example. That's still not that crazy. It is actually, I think, the fact that there is like a lot, like for small, for Indian stuff, it is actually the amount of noise. And to get through that noise is not that simple. It's doable, but yeah, it's hard. Yeah, the Corpo is out of passion for sure, but Corpo is minimal. Corpo is like, yeah, one like you can just like look, even like it's pretty easy actually to identify, sorta. You just go, let's go. Fucking PP gods, dude. Like you go in here and you just like check. And even like out of these, like this list is like it's less than one per day basically, right? If you look at it, and like most of it also is like not really like this is like the small indie stuff, very niche and stuff, for example, right? Already out of all this list, like a lot of names you don't even know, a lot of names not from the Corpa guys. Like if anything, it's kind of like, yeah, Last of Us Part 2 remastered, Prince of Persia, Ubisoft, sure. Yeah, mobile, like not even gonna count, whatever. That's like some big names that we know, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. It's like 4 big releases. February, like let's say, right? Like the weeb shit, like known for some weebs, I guess. I'm like, I heard something, but not sure. Suicide Squad, alright. Like one big corporate AAA stuff, 2 it's PlayStation exclusive stuff, like 2. We're talking corporate shit, not big or anything. We're talking corporate stuff. 2, kinda not exactly, but 3. It's like AA, I guess, stuff. Tomb Raider remaster, well, I guess sorta corporate, right? Like 4, Mario Donkey Kong 5, Skull and Bones 6. What else? Like Giga corporate stuff here. Remaster of Star Wars. Oh, Final Fantasy Rebirth. There are 7. Like, so February is like, well, 29 days this year, but like basically like every 4 days you kind of have one big release from Corpa Boys, and then there are some months that are completely empty too. So like, yeah, it's like the Corpa is not even like doing much. Corpa is nothing. If anything, it's actually like, yeah, the easy availability of making, like, you know, the game, like the indie game and stuff. A shitload of them. And yeah, it becomes kind of like not that simple to find stuff in that flow of things, really. And yeah, it's just like plainly just like limited amount of like time and money that people have that you need to distribute between all those games. Like, so it's all it gets harder for sure. I do agree with them on that. But like for them at least, it shouldn't really be a problem because they are a publisher. Their job is to market that stuff. Sure, their budget probably increased now to market their shit, but I'm pretty sure they also earn more. But yeah, that also again kind of leads to the situation when everything is like very like risk averse, very safe. Like everyone is kind of like trying to stick to like the sure, you know, the sure options, because yeah, you don't get good income out of the selling stuff, and well, you fucked. Because you need to sink a lot of money into marketing, and you need to sink a lot of money into development and stuff, and then it doesn't go well, and well, poof, you gone. And the quality of life changes they probably did. Yeah, I would assume that's one of the main things that's gonna happen probably. Nintendo shares hit a record high due to Switch 2 anticipation, Saudi investment speculation. Highest point since 1990. Damn, son. And Nintendo be farming. 69 billion. That's pretty nice. Speculation of further potential investment from Saudi Arabia with the nation's public investment fund recently increasing its share of Kuwait ECMO. Increases taken Nintendo over the past few years, which makes it one of the platform's holders' largest shareholder. So maybe all this like rumor about the September Switch 2 was also kind of like some insane insider trading shit going. Need to market, but keep in mind to who you market. Yeah, like you just need to get smarter with marketing, and you need to get like better with the like targeting with your game. Because there's a lot there was a lot of examples when, you know, like the game kind of like tries to mix so many like different genres and stuff, and then it kind of like all the people from those specific genres coming to the game, they just kind of like not happy because their particular genre why they come into the game is not, you know, like deep enough there or something. So like doing that stuff becomes harder. It's like getting some niche and everything, and farming that niche is good. The problem is like some of the niches are also like fucking huge and overcrowded too. Like some, like as I said, like roguelikes. Like you do some like off-road driving simulator, most likely all the enjoyers of off-road driving will hear about your game, most likely, right? Same as like cricket, right? All the cricket enjoyers will probably hear because your game is the only one that does that, most likely, right? But like if you go into like roguelike or something, then well, dude, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff. And we also live in this like kind of like live service and semi-live service era. So like a lot of existing games and roguelikes and stuff, and not just roguelikes, like general games. They just like keep pumping updates and everything. Like you own Slay the Spire, for example, or something. Like why would you really like get auto deck builders much? We kind of loaded now. Yeah, even Frog Survivors are crowded now. There's already plenty of that too. Indeed. And then, yeah, like do good and you get noticed, but the problem is, yeah, there's a lot of people now who do good, Then not everyone gets noticed. Not everyone gets noticed, sadly. Playticker reduces staff by 10%. Job cuts will not affect the mobile games firm staff in Israel. So they already got the mobile company is also going down now. Redundancies of up to 400 people. Another one. Last year temporarily suspended development of games due to challenges in the mobile market. Later on, it attempted to acquire Rovio. However, talks to acquire Rovio ended. Sega instead bought the Angry Bird maker. But yeah, Sega probably brought more monies there. True, so true. Yes, true. And that also kind of an issue with some of the niches though. Like people already like have something that is established in the niche and that plays well and stuff. So like why would you go for something else? Like why would you spend money when you have stuff that already kind of does the same but better? Six Iron Source founders stepped down from their executive roles at Unity. Per the firm's restructuring plan, the cohort will remain as employees for 6 months to assist with the transition. The actual big corp is stepping down. That's a new one. So they got the restructuring. Agreeing to leave the executive position. Interesting. What if they like leaving their positions in Iron Source, but then they actually no, they're stepping down from the executive roles at Unity then now. Because yeah, there was like some discussions over like when Unity acquired Iron Source out of other options that were on the market, better ones that were actually even offering them to acquire and stuff, and like paying them pretty much to merge. And they got this one in particular, and then all the leaders of this company that got acquired got in the executive roles in Unity. So that was kind of like speculation that there was some sort of like saucy stuff going on. So they acquired these guys in particular specifically just so they can become part of the Unity executives. But now they're leaving though. Not sure. Maybe shit went so bad that they decided, you know, fuck that stuff, we out. Maybe. Hard to see. Konami's eFootball hits 700 million downloads. How's that going there? Damn, it's got better. It's only 40%. Only 40% positive. Actually, recent 61% positive. Damn, son. It's already mixed now. They're growing. It used to be mostly negative. Damn, they pumping, dude. Actually, good game, almost. It's the FIFA for plebs, man. When you don't want to buy FIFA every year, you can just get this. Well, it's 700 million probably because it's on mobile and stuff too. Mostly mobile, I guess. But yeah, it's a lot of people playing that shit too. I mean, it's free, so not everyone wants to buy FIFA regularly. Xbox mass content deletion rules go live this week. Any captures, screenshots, and video clips stored in the platform for more than 90 days will be automatically scrubbed from the system. We're gonna see that probably quite a lot on many platforms. Eventually we'll get there. Because like there's so much content that people just kind of like save on different platforms, like fucking YouTube. Like anyone can just go and upload like, I don't know, fucking 10-hour video, no problems. And they earn nothing for YouTube with that video either. So yeah, we're gonna probably see a lot of that shit eventually. I bet we will. Dead by Daylight teasing Alan Wake DLC. Damn, another insane crossover. They be farming still. The impending arrival of Alan Wake and Dead by Daylight. Dead by Daylight is interesting, man. Big part of Steam to know if they will do it. Oh, you mean the Steam screenshots and stuff? Well, Steam maybe won't. Steam maybe won't. Even though, again, I think like some like big video files and stuff, that might go down eventually. Because like Steam technically just like makes already 30% of all the sales, and games are just like minimal size of the uploads. So like Steam already making a shitload of money basically without spending much. So they can afford to splurge a bit on like hosting for some like stuff the players do. But I think at some point I feel like it's gonna be something like, you know, like if the content you post, like uploads and everything, they don't really like make anything for platform, like especially for YouTube, right? They just gonna like start, you know, like downsizing, maybe reducing quality, you know, or maybe just completely deleting it. Like I wouldn't be surprised. TikTok's owner pulls back from gaming, could sell to Tencent. Yeah, that's exactly where like the second dinner, the Marvel Snap developer, where they are. The owner of the prolific social media platform TikTok is attempting to sell off its gaming assets in a global move to pull out of the industry and focus on other core businesses. Most recently, it's been reported that ByteDance is seeking a deal with Tencent, the largest games company on Earth by market share, in a bid to completely offload both games and development studios. Again, Marvel Snap just got 100 mil with an investment. Pretty good. Start to sell. Nuverse, Moonton, Dreamstar, Crystal of Atlant, Earth Revival. Some mobile stuff, most likely, again. I think so. Steam's peak player count proves the power of PC gaming. Damn, that's one way to do the news, dude. Steam's top CCU peak reached heights of 33.675.229. Insane. Sitting comfortably atop of the previous all-time high that was recorded in March 2023. Exponential growth? Well, I wouldn't really call that exponential, dude. Don't think that exponential actually looks like, but you know. It is what it is. The gaming's still going. Gaming's still going, man. True, Steve, true. Battle state balances better as Tarkov's best wipe booms. So Tarkov is actually doing something good finally. Escape from Tarkov's latest mega patch. Been live for more than a week and players are still contending with what's being branded as best wipe in years. Insane. And you got APC, roams the streets of Tarkov map. Better, I see. Sea Secret, I see. But the weapon, no, it's APC, yeah, the armored vehicle. Armored personal carrier, right, or whatever. So now there is one just like circling around there. One just circle around. Okay, get your gulfs ready. We're getting there. We're getting there. A big car that is armored, basically, yeah. Well, you can't control it. It seems like it's kind of like patrolling the streets and just killing you if you are there. New 343 Halo project in development since 2022. Sharpeye user on Reddit has spotted 2 different job descriptions on LinkedIn that suggest 343 Industries has worked on a new Halo project since April 2022. Already worked on previous Halo titles, was environment artist in Halo 4 and 5, earning more responsibilities with each sequel. Eventually worked as game director on Halo Infinite. Profile currently says they worked on Halo's next unannounced release as art director between April 22 and March 23. Damn, son. Imagine like leaking stuff like that. Their job description mentions work on player systems and assets in Unreal Engine 5. That's probably just some bots doing that, actually. Probably. New Halo, yeah. They just like most likely like people like I haven't used LinkedIn myself, right? So I assume it's just kind of like you have like the links to the companies you worked, and companies you worked also have kind of links to you. So they just have some parsers or something that just look for people who work in some specific companies, and they just like get all the info there. Their last chance with Halo, and then goes in the freezer. Let's see. So much for golf, yeah. A little longer. But almost. Call of Duty's new limited matchmaking terms are worrying players. In the recent post, Activision team published a fresh overhaul of the Call of Duty security and enforcement policy, revealing the terms of something called limited matchmaking, which is a fancy term for shadow banning a user. Oh, okay, so they got like some sort of like special queue there, I guess. Mechanic that puts wrongdoers in a virtual box, limiting their interactions with the legitimate players or suspending them from playing Call of Duty game entirely. That's what shadow banning is, restricting players' ability to engage with Call of Duty a game instead of issuing a full ban. Gyrodan, hello. How we doing, man? On the golf soon. Very soon. Though that's been doing this for years, yeah, that's not a new thing, really. Extreme repeated violations, spoofing, circumventing security, cheating, modding, hacking. For modding, hacking, not just ban, shadow ban. Well, I guess it's just so like it's harder for the Hakirmans to notice that they got fucked, sorta. So I guess kind of smart. So they still kind of think they play, but in fact they play with other cheaters, I guess. See what I say. Yeah, it's something probably for those who played back in the day. I also kind of don't really care about it too much. Haven't played it ever, and whatever. I had an Xbox there, yeah. Look at him go. Look at him go. Nintendo could license out its brands to other developers for game. Nintendo is deep in conversation with at least 3 studios about making new games based on Nintendo IP. Damn, son. Some of that is around publishing indie games, which Nintendo does from time to time, but it's also seeking studios that could work on some of its IPs. Thought they already did Mario and Rabbids? Sorta, yeah. Pretty much. Yeah, first title proved to be a success. Second one wasn't, though. Cook. Commercially, at least. Remedy has trademarked a new game, FBC Firebreak. Another one. Computer gaming software, clothing, and audio, video, and multimedia production and photography. Damn, son. Remedy's cooperative shooter set in Control universe, which up until now has been known as Project Condor. Ah, I see. Could be. Yes, the Control stuff. A boundary area that takes the form of a gargantuan chasm, separating certain areas from supernatural entities. There's also FBC, which most likely stands for Federal Bureau of Control, organization in control that seeks to well control the aforementioned supernatural entities. So yeah, we'll see. At least some of the live service stuff they already kind of decided not to proceed with. That is not too bad. See what we're gonna get there. CDPR Dev 2077 was just the warm-up. Damn, son, they're already flexing there. And they're already flexing there. First day in the Boston office, so good to meet old friends and officially kickstart our Orion journey. The Project Orion. Couldn't be more excited for this project, and I'm sure we can make it something special. 2077 was just a warm-up. We'll see. It's just gonna be another like 10 years waiting. 10 years waiting and then boom, there you go. And then a few more years waiting until it's actually, you know, good and playable. Minecraft Legends is ending new content. And this one is gone too. Team specifically says they are now going to take a step back from development. Did not give concrete reasons, simply stating that they have now completed a series of changes and tweaks that improve the game. It's over now. Yeah, Minecraft Dungeons over. Yeah, Minecraft Legends over. Thing is, like, Dungeons is a few years older and actually kind of worked for some time, you know. It seems like this one got already stopped a little sooner. Which, I mean, is fine, though. This, you know, the game is full complete and stuff. So it just exists now. You can play it. Not everything needs to be live service and constantly updated, I guess. Why not? But yeah, if someone would, if there would be a lot of people playing that, they would be keeping the content and milking flowing. You don't need to be lost alive to win Warzone anymore. Then the BR is evolving, man. In each Battle Royale match, there will be 5 covered exfil packs available to purchase, but they must be bought before Gulag is closed down. Once you secured one of those covered exfil drops, a helicopter will swoop into the map and allow you to soar away to safety, with a separate leaderboard showing how many covered exfils you've logged. Important to note that covered exfil doesn't count as a legitimate win, and it won't count towards the Champions quest either. Then the Champions in the arena, man. So basically they're adding some like extraction elements there to the Battle Royale nowadays. Soon we're gonna get more mixes of that, I guess. Then you need to add, like, you know, some MOBA into that also, and we get like the full mixture, man. And we're gonna get full mix. And then PC in Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown is voiced by text-to-speech. Damn son. IGN recreated the voice from the game using a free online text-to-speech program, which produced eerily similar results. When reached out for comment on the issue, Ubisoft confirmed the use of text-to-speech in a rather lengthy statement. Damn son, the corpus speech engaged. During the development process of a game, some teams use multiple placeholder assets, including text-to-speech voiceover, until final dubbing is delivered. Prince of Persia: Lost Crown is fully voiced over in English, French, Spanish, German, and Farsi. Interesting. With more than 12,000 lines in total, and is also subtitled in Italian, Portuguese, Brazilian, Chinese, Korean, Russian, Arabic, Polish, and Japanese. It's also so funny, like dubbed in Russian, but like, oh wait, we're not selling it there. We're not selling it there. We're just translating it, you know, for someone. But we're not selling it there, bro. No, 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 no. Totally can't buy it at all. We don't intend it for you to buy it. Fix, according to IGN, is said to be coming later this month or in early February. Just some casual text-to-speech there. True window, true. Gotta get the bigs. I won't sell. No, Prince of Persia actually like getting some good reviews and stuff there, so I think that one actually might go good. Yeah, that might go well. Apparently it's actually decent too. There is a demo. Decent consoles. Exclusive. 3 more Sega classics are set to make their return. Yeah, that was Jet Set Radio Crazy Taxi. Now there is gonna be even more. Yeah, Jet Set Radio, Shinobi, Golden Axe, Streets of Rage, Crazy Taxi. Now a Panzer Dragoon. Didn't they actually like remaster that at some point? CCUSC, Neon Genesis Evangelion, and Sakura Taisen will all have new games and are all in their early stages of development too. New trademarks too, alright. Alex Kidd, Afterburner, House of the Dead, Outrun, Super Monkey Ball, Altered Beast Eternal, Champions Kid, and Chameleon. Outside of Super Monkey Ball, don't really know many of these names, to be honest. Fake boomer, man. That wasn't on PC, I guess, so... Atlas developing games for Netflix platform, it is claimed. Oh damn, the Persona frogs about to get hit by some mobile galore there. Not yet known which Atlas games could make their way to Netflix, but there are expectations that some kind of mobile port for Persona series or some of the older Shin Megami Tensei games would migrate over. Working on expanding the gacha there, yeah. Fans discussed the implications of this news, with some taking in a more negative light and dropping claims of Atlas selling out. Damn son, sell out! Some fans were supportive of the reports, suggesting that it might help bring Persona 5 X to the West and maybe gacha free. How can you be so naive, bro? Sure. Are they gonna refuse the free money, man? Gacha free, that's some heavy copium, man, indeed. See what I say. Starfield is about to get its biggest update yet, says Bethesda. Damn son, gonna fix it totally. January 17th. Oh, it hit Steam Beta first again, alright. Testing period. Fixes for bugs and quests. Improved textures, lighting and shadows. Additional widescreen support, sound disk geometry, addressing the pet asteroid bug. About time. Planet ring shadows. How about the loading screen improvements? You know, that would be kind of nice. Now that would be big, yeah? We asked 100 people what they thought about Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. See, there was playtesting there. There was a lot of noise about the screenshots from the UI and everything. That looks quite interesting there. Asked what their rating of the alpha would be. 47.7% of people gave it a rating of 7 out of 10 or better. Overall, it seemed to get a lot of votes for a 6 and 7 out of 10, which would put it around a mixed average rating if you were to use Metacritic system. Comes to being release day purchase, that's where the numbers dip quite a bit. Okay, I see. So like a lot of people were just polite. Of the 100 people we asked, 61% of them said that they wouldn't be buying Suicide Squad on release, and most will either wait for sale or just skip the game entirely. We also asked players to leave their overall opinion on what they experienced in the closed alpha, knowing that changes of the game will still likely to come. Below some of the responses. Positive feedback. Enjoyed my time. Combat felt good. Story was developing nicely. Could get into it at first, but there's a mission revolving around Batman from the announcement that Conroy's Batman was going to be in the game. Happens early on. I thought it was really well done. Alright. Respectful with that section, how they portrayed their previous Arkhamverse work. Looking forward to release, unless HUD changed massively since the alpha game build. I think the outcry of complaints about the recent footage isn't exactly fair either. It wasn't an issue for me during that playtest. It ran very smooth for an alpha, ran as smooth as Titanfall 2, a PS4 beta or better. The combat is very addictive, can combine shooting on par with Borderlands 3 and Anthem's shooting. Okay, Anthem's shooting is apparently good now. With traversal, melee, and special attacks to create a limitless amount of combos. But limitless, I mean combo strings left up to the imagination, as you can continually combo. Character, weapon, and enemy design is of very high quality. The writing for the characters is very clever. Played in co-op game with my dad. We're both big fans of Arkham games, but after hearing about the live service elements, we expected very little. No, the gameplay was fun though, yeah, that is true. The end game was gobble, I guess, but the gameplay that I managed to try wasn't too bad. But we were pleasantly surprised. Story was interesting, characters were funny, traversal and gunplay felt pretty good, although sometimes lacking in weight. Definitely seems to be a learning curve to stringing together movement and shooting effectively, which I'm looking forward to. I'm not sure how it will fare as a live service, but if the campaign keeps the quality of what we played, I expect it to be a solid fun time. I was very skeptical when entering the alpha, noted that it was a live service game and the combat didn't seem like something I would like, but unfortunately combat did click with me. I enjoyed playing through with each of the heroes and the combat was more of a slowly evolving deal. The story was also really interesting and actually surprised me with how much I enjoyed and wish to continue it. Well, I mean, you know, it's Rocksteady, so at least like kind of story might be on a decent level there. The only issue I had was the traversal, which felt a bit confusing to navigate through in the city. Still worried about it being a live service game, but otherwise I'm hopeful to see how the game works in the future and would love to continue it. Went in thinking nothing of it, just not what I wanted in a Rocksteady game, but was blown away. Dialogue was really fun and what was pushing me to the next story bit. Combat was different, but not bad, and the traversal abilities are fun to use. Big negative feedback. Game was just okay and I feared it would be dead on arrival. Traversal system was easily the worst part of the game, reminded me of Sunset Overdrives, but it wasn't actually fun to move around the map. Played through a sizable chunk of the alpha, was fairly unimpressed with the similarities in the characters. Loot feels uninspired because of the pool of weapons being all ballistic based guns rather than designing selection of unique weapons for each playable character. True. Melee attacks are genuinely embarrassing, and when even remotely compared next to Rocksteady's previous combat system in the Arkham games, one I feel has yet to be beaten in a superhero title. Game isn't great, it looks pretty, story seemed okay from the little bit we saw, but the traversal ranges from okay to terrible, depending on the character. Fighting felt like a dozen other generic shooters, definitely not one I'll be recommending to friends at full price, or possibly at all. Story was the shining star of what I played, gameplay felt stiff and a bit janky. Came back to it would be to see how the story unfolds. Painting looks promising, but the canvas and the brush are making it hard to finish what could be great. It's a terrible game that has shown just how far Warner Brothers and Rocksteady have fallen. Chasing trends and banking on nostalgia will not work in a live service game. Traversal combat seemed to show some promise, but the controls are rather cumbersome. So much so that while the UI takes up too much real estate on the screen, I was constantly reminded of the controls via pop-ups on the screen because they are fairly complicated to remember everything. Game definitely requires a lot of time and experience to become familiar with it, and I truly enjoy, but in my 20 hours of playtime in the alpha, I didn't quite get all the way there. I want to like this game, but until Rocksteady allows me to play the game without an internet connection, I'll wait to pick this game up once it's on sale, if due at all. Yeah, not sure. We'll see how that will go. Selling the best-selling game of 2023. I mean, true. Ubisoft's Project U, the Bruce U of video games, entering its next phase of playtesting. PC only closed test from February 1st to 6th. See, Steve, interesting. Truer than true. To invite this to gather feedback in order to improve game experience and steer production in the right direction. Recent gameplay footage sent to Insider Gaming under the condition that source remain anonymous and the footage doesn't go public shows up the 10 teams of 4 battling it out in PvE combat, 40 players total. Game's plot revolves around an invasion from the machines, one goal to machine form all life. Players play as the Immune, who are hero characters that seemingly can be machine formed. Total 6 characters currently exist. Current game loop of the game is to fight your way to the center of the map with 2 walls standing in the player's way. Understood that the outer wall gates will open around 15-20 minutes and the inner walls gates open around 25-30 minutes. It's not like weird Battle Royale or something. Each wall progressively harder enemies, which teams of play or PvPvE, I guess. Being able to sync up and fight together as they move closer to the middle. Once players reach the middle, they'll have to work together. Oh, okay, so it's kind of like not exactly PvP, I guess. A giant pyramid-like boss. Let's see. Internally called the Project Pathfinder, as the game loop involved the pathfinding your way to the middle of the map. Despite only played with 2 people so far who played the game recently, the reception was positive, so it'll be interesting to see what comes out of the next playtests. I recommend the 2070. Damn, son. It's 700k. Insane. That's a rare one. Actually manageable recommended ones. Not bad. Prison Architect 2 reveal could be dropping January 16th. Alright. A YouTube premiere listing acting as a holding page for what is believed to be the reveal of Prison Architect 2. Another one. Another one. It's kind of interesting though, I'm not sure, like, I mean, they were kind of pumping content for first game. They really need the second one already. Even though I guess they obtained the Prison Architect quite a while, Paradox, from developers. That was quite some time. Maybe it's time. Next Battlefield game could have a most realistic destruction effects in the industry. It's like every game they have like the most realistic one. We'll see though, I guess. Hopefully it's not gonna, you know, be destroying itself though. With insane reviews and stuff like it was with the latest one. That's the important part. Alright, let's see. Alright, this we all saw.